you need to... cool, we have a green light, so it looks like we are a go. I'm hoping that my mic isn't picking up the thingy that's above me, the sucky thing. The Hoover! That's the thing. But yeah.
I thought you actually met a succubus.
Succubus, I wish. I really wish. So, good day and welcome. It's been 2 weeks since a stream has gone out of the main game, so apologies for that, but you know, life gets in the way and things are more important than rolling dice and pretending that we're wizards. So, welcome back to the continuing adventures of Tempest Solstice in the Long Slumber. I'm your host with the most dice, DMJ. We've got basically the whole party here, except for Dottie, possibly, who might be turning up later on, but we'll see. So, for now, who would like to give a recap for the events? If anybody really remembers. If not, I'm quite happy to just be like, these are the basic events of things that happened.
I think.
Also,
Yeah,
put some music on.
If I remember correctly, we just went to the forest and sort of just left it there, didn't we?
Pretty much, yeah. You'd been told by the
we got told by Azrael.
Azrael, yes.
Because we went back after we wrecked on the Doom Vault. We got told by Azrael. We decided to go find out what the orcs were doing, because they found there was a couple of, I think, dead scouts, was it?
Yeah, what they said, she sent out 2 scouts. One had not returned, and the other one had been found on the outskirts of the Bramblewood, I think I called it, covered in these black,
arrows.
Sort of jagged-looking, nasty arrows.
Yes, because when we went through the wood, all the, we weren't leaving a trace because there was a magical effect over the forest, which basically putting everything back to normal as we went through.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to set it on fire.
Yes.
I think you pretty much succeeded.
Yeah, you succeeded, but whatever the magical force was in the forest was sort of almost overtaking and kind of re-repairing and speed-growing everything that was any damage that had been done.
We,
didn't quite figure out why.
Carried on going after, changing... Did we change directions? We were going north, weren't we? And came across the bottom of the cliff, which had a massive encampment of orcs.
Yeah, sort of towards the northwest it was. Of the forest, yeah, up against the mountain ridge.
And that's
if I was more prepared, I would have had a map, and it's like this is
yes,
where it is.
We also, but before I forget, we also put the horse in the bag of holding.
Yes, no, the horse is in my little stick.
It's in the stick. Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So Nariman has a portable hole, and we figured out that it is possible to put something in it, then wrap the hole up around the neck of the horse, then kind of put the hole back into the tube that it is held in. So you have essentially got a horse's head on the end of on a steak. Oh God, no!
And the only weight to it will be the weight of the horse's head.
Yeah, which isn't.
It's weightless.
This is true. So.
Not heavy.
And and then we were going to, if I remember rightly, if we're still going to do that plan, was Nariman and Tam were going to go to the top and drop rocks off the top.
Yeah, you had an idea to possibly.
Which I was complaining about because I thought it'd be better to at least keep one of them and interrogate them.
Well, we can still keep them.
I mean, you notice it's from your very quick sort of zip around the outskirts of this little encampment area. You notice that there were a significant number of things, so you could probably go quite buck wild in the killing of things, and probably successfully keep at least one alive. And I believe, just so we don't forget, there was a spell that. You'd cast. I can't remember exactly what it was because there's a lot of dice from last session. So
I cast.
Warding Bond, was it?
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Do you remember who you cast it on?
Yeah, because Warding Bond, which gives him basically 1+ bonus AC and 1+1 to saving throws, and has resistance to all damage. Yet every time he takes damage, I take the same amount.
Yeah, so you'd cast that on yourself, and that was sort of where we'd finished the session there. We have just a message that Dolly will be joining us in a few seconds, but she's not currently in the party, so we'll go from there. Why is Skype? Why are you not doing things? You go over there so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so painting a bit of the scene. You are in the fairly overgrown wooded forest. I think, if memory serves, you were at like the bottom edge of this encampment thing. Sort of like it was pretty much just ahead of you. So if we kind of tilt it round, it's like ahead of you. You can hear the voices of orcs or orcoid beings talking various things. It sounds like they're training, sparring with each other, that kind of thing. And as you sort of like the spell is cast, you hear drum music start to come into effect, and it sounds a little something. Maybe, I don't know. Are you gonna?
I can hear something.
Have we got sounds?
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Yeah, you can. I think you can adjust your volumes. So yeah, you hear what sound like war drums being played, of that sort of nature. The voices. It's Fire Song by Kevin MacLeod. That's what it is. I'm gonna turn it down slightly. You can hear this almost. There is definitely like this rhythmic music-like nature to the drums. You're hearing voices start to raise up slightly. You're hearing a few cheers and sort of cries of that sort of nature. I think Dax, being the only one who speaks Orcish, it sounds like the people are a few voices that you're picking up from your distance away from the source of these noise. It sounds like they're expecting somebody big to come along. Almost like that's like the drums are kind of like building up to the entrance to somebody. It seems like some sort of superior to like the orcs that are there.
I don't know whether you can understand any of these, but by the sounds of it, they're planning a main event, and
Oh, they're planning the deaths. Yes, of course, we know that, dear.
no, the drums and the music and the chanting, it's all in preparation for someone much, much bigger to arrive. Almost like a entrance.
Like a grand poobah.
Then let us get up on that hill, guys. Come on, rocks are waiting.
Could definitely do it. Wouldn't the really important guy know more? If we could nab him, that would be definitely a boon.
How could we nab the big guy in front of all the little guys?
How's about we get the rock on the little guys before the big guy arrives? Big guy arrives, finds out where's all his chanting gone, we jump in.
Certainly worth a try. I mean...
Aye, that seems like the best.
Well, I'll tell you what, here's an idea. I've been thinking about this. What if Nariman and Tam, you go to the top of the hill and you get ready to drop rocks.
Yes.
And what I was thinking, if... what's his name? Kraylin and... what's the name of Dottie when she appears if she's going to...
Dottie
Pigeon.
is...
Oh, shit, Pigeon.
Yeah, Pigeon
Right,
hasn't...
Okay.
Pigeon hasn't arrived. Pigeon has not been with the group.
Okay. I'll just get Kraylin.
Yeah.
If Kraylin sneaks down the side because he can step in and out of trees, and then if Butker starts running from the back out of the bushes and starts giving out his almighty war cry, and then I can come running out behind him like twice his size, and then rocks can start dropping, and then Kraylin can run out from the side, and we can have the element of surprise on all of them.
It'd work, but come on, it's one of our plans. You know what's going to happen, don't you?
Yes, but one can dream.
You're going to get squished.
I think that sounds like a great idea. Why don't you guys get that organized down here? We'll head up there. Everyone, quiet now. Although, drums, all good for sneaking.
Oh, were you guys planning something? I'm just enjoying this music. It's great.
High
Yeah,
up
it definitely evokes sort of that kind of primal nature, which you're probably quite familiar with, Kraylin. Oh, it didn't.
Oh, it's ended. Oh shit.
Oh, has it? Oh no, I think it's just the start of the song. The start of the song is fairly quiet, so it doesn't loop particularly well. Yes, it is looping. Okay, so who's going to be? So the top of the mountain. pushy. Not, okay, cats.
Because I was going to use a dimension door to get up there.
Okay, let
If
me
it's like
just.
really too far, like just to
Let me just
run up.
have another measure, because so if you were right on the edge of the glade, you think
like
that
where we are right now.
the edge of the mountain, the edge of the mountain is probably about 160-ish feet, 160, 170 feet, something like that, from the
Oh, that's
from
fine.
the
It's
description that Krellin had given you.
It's like within 500 feet, so.
Yeah, I think you can just describe a distance
Yeah.
somewhere like
At the
from
top
where
of
you
the
are.
mountain.
A mountain 300 feet away in the other direction.
God damn it, not this man.
It's the whole diagonally shit. Where are we now?
Well, then, if we're really going to do this, we're going to need a way to get back, because I may have sort of used up one of my thingies for that, so give me a moment. I will just, take
Question.
5 seconds to... Yes, dear?
In the that whole bag that you have,
Yeah.
does gravity still work the same? Because you could jump in it, chuck it off the edge as you jump in it, fall to the floor, and if the bag doesn't have gravity as it would do on the outside, you could just hop out.
That's a great idea.
It more traps you inside of it, and then you have to force your way out of it. I mean, Watgardia was the one that sort of understood how it worked, because we had to sort of hold his head closed, otherwise he'd slip inside, and then, well, the hole has you then, you have to force your way out.
Oh, speaking of which, you might want to leave the horse behind.
Yeah, poor horsey.
You did notice, Watgar, when you were in, you did notice that you couldn't see your feet because they were inside the hole, which kind of dripped around up around your neck. But you did definitely feel like there was, your legs were dangling down in the direction. There wasn't any free floating nature inside the hole.
Yeah, I mean, it does say in the description, I believe, that you need to force your way out using strength, so would make sense.
Yeah.
It's a hole. It's just like a giant hole on the ground. You have to
Speculation.
climb out.
But I think we should definitely act quick before this big guy gets here.
Yes, we should hurry up now.
As you're having this conversation, you hear a few of the orcs just start to say, "Snake rot, just sort of chanting that name over and over again, just sort of fairly slowly.
Do you know what this reminds me of now?
Hmm?
When Christian Bale was trying to climb out the pit in Batman.
Yeah.
Behind.
Yep.
I'd just like
yeah,
to point
just-
out that this plan sounds very familiar, and I believe we may have considered this before. But one thing that you've forgotten about is I don't have tree walk, and we were considering putting the hole around a giant boulder, carrying it to the end, and then letting it rip.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do, and we're gonna run in from the bottom.
Right, okay, I didn't quite catch that because I was dancing.
Oh, and now I've stopped. Give it a few minutes, and back to dancing.
And
Just a quick tense.
here we go.
Drummer's there gone.
That's really awkward. I'm hoping that...
I'm writing everything on this plan, and I'm going to use 6 sorcery points to get back 1 level 4 spell slot.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
It's gonna be half of your sorcery points or something?
Over half.
Oh, shit. Right, cool. Yeah, you spend a bit of time focusing, and you just feel the magic kind of... It's weird, it's almost like leaving, but then kind of reforming into a different form.
Well, damn, tell me off.
And the voices have now gotten louder.
Let's go.
And more
And I'm just going
triumphant
to
sounding.
tug a hood up over my white hair.
Yep.
Norman kind of dramatically just hugs them and poof, they bamf away to the top
Okay,
of the mountain.
so you're describing... so yeah, you know that the foot of the mountain is about 160, 170 feet away. You can obviously describe how far away from that particular... if you went straight ahead from where you are, if you just sort of describe to me roughly what sort of position you like to be. Do you want to be seriously far away, or fairly close to the edge of the mountain?
About 5 strides away from the edge. So it's it's enough where we're not hanging over the edge and there are people up there standing, but
Okay.
far enough away that we're kind of in kind of not covered since it's a sheer flat top kind of thing.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
That really
so
helps.
and so who's going with you? You and Tam.
Tam, only one willing creature.
Okay, so you open up this door, both of you disappear into it, and you reappear at the on the ledge of the mountain. As you sort of land, the mountain, the side seems to sort of slope down, so you kind of have to sort of catch yourself slightly, but it's not particularly difficult. And you see, you know what? I am just going to bring everyone over here for ease. Yeah, I'm going to need to zoom things out a little bit so things can be seen. That's cool, and you'll want some characters. So where are we? This is Tam. You're oh god, no, hang on.
Meanwhile, I'll turn to Tom and just say, crap, I forgot to leave the horse behind, and hold up the stick with the horse's head.
Yep.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello! I just realized something. One
What's
willing
that?
creature. Horse is not brought with us.
Hey!
You know what? For ease, I am going to allow it.
Thank you.
Because the awkwardness of something being in a kind of pocket hole, and like kind of being rent in two, or something, I'm really not sure. But yeah, so let me just copy you guys over.
The horse's head comes with you, but it's not in the stick anymore.
Yeah. Oh god, it rolls down the side of the mountain.
It drops off the edge.
Oh, well.
Okay,
Well, that's
right.
some kind of rock anyway.
So
Hey,
you
not
should.
that
Hey.
Hello. So you should see the two of you at the top of the map there.
Yeah.
So what I'll do, I'll just put you there, but yeah, we'll say that you're 5 feet away, 10 feet away from like the sheer face. As you're sort of like landing down, you almost get the sense that there's a section of the mountain which is kind of sort of hollowed and mined out by some means to sort of provide this almost flat area where you can see a variety of tents of different sizes, and two what look like some variety of siege weapon manned by small little goblins, but there don't seem to be any like shot. There doesn't seem to be any ammunition for it. Maybe they're going to be bringing it out at some point, but they don't at the moment look like there's any nature to them. Let me think. What do you see? You do see actually coming sort of out of sort of almost just like below where you are. It seems like there's a doorway, and you see a pair of whoops.
Wait, there are only 3 of them?
Only 3 of what? Sorry.
The orcs?
No, well, if you're, because you should be on the map, you can scroll down and see on the map what else is there.
Yeah, 3 orcs.
3, yeah, I'm adding in some more because they were on the DM layer because they were hidden. So you see two orcs who oh god, why are you not doing things? Who sort of enter out of this hole. They seem to be holding some sort of banner. But sort of like from the angle of things, you can't quite see what's on the banner, and you're hearing like this clanking and these footsteps coming from inside the cave. Yeah, you see a few orcs who look to be stood behind some sort of wooden spiky barricade that's sort of ensconced, I suppose, is the word I'm going to use, by these thick, gnarled, spiny vines. And you also see. Now that the music has kicked up and has started playing, you see a few more orcs that have come out of these tents that you see on the grassy patch in front of the base of the mountain. There are a few of them, so token layer.
Mighty small tents.
Yeah, these ones seem like one-person tents. You imagine that maybe somewhere else they have some slightly larger ones.
Maybe they're magic.
Yeah, they're what do you call it? They're TARDIS tents. They're tent disses. No, never say that again. Yeah, so you see a small gathering of orcs around. They seem to look like they've sort of gathered around the this sort of expanse before this. Almost like a little crevice type deal. Why are you not? Where the hell are you? I've got some tokens that aren't doing things I want them to. Why are they not? Oh, because for some reason your map icons. That's awesome. Let me just delete them and I'll recreate them. You hear a war cry from some demonic being from beyond.
Has the fight started already?
Yep. You see a couple of events there, but the ones that are at the sort of the barricades seem to have sort of held in place. There you go. 10 dimension in space. Say again, sorry.
What time of day is it?
Let me think. You set off reasonably early. You'd guess that it's sort of sometime early afternoonish.
We had intended to get there.
Yeah, you got up. Well, you got up fairly. You got to the place for nightfall, and then I think you had a rest through the night.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you set off through the Bramblewood.
So we're rested.
Yeah. I'm sure you had a long rest. Yeah.
Oh.
Obviously, if you'd cast any spells since the rest, which I think you at least casted Tree Stride once. So I know there's that, yeah. So you have cast one use of that. I think the only other one, Naraman, you did a bit of spell casting of some sort. But I don't think anybody else really.
Which is what I brought my 1D.
Yeah, but other than that, I don't think. So yeah, you get the idea that it's maybe. So actually, yeah, no, it probably would be a little bit before midday, maybe. Okay, while this has been going on, we'll cut over to Dottie.
Yeah.
So you have been also welcome. You have been on the path. You heard of some adventurers that were heading towards the Bramblewood on some nature. You'd heard rumours that they were maybe members of the Adventurers Guild. Sorry, the Hunters Lodge, and you decided that it was something that you wanted to investigate into for reasons that can be your own. You'd a bit of travel across the road. You'd seen some area which looks like it had been used by adventurers as like a camping spot. And you proceeded inside the forest. You'd heard a few raised voices, and at one point you heard the loud crunch of a tree trunk falling somewhere ahead of you, which sort of picked up your pace. You rushed forward, even quite quicker forward. You started sort of spying, in a manner, on this group of people that were in front of you, and you saw the last thing that you saw were two of this party just disappear into this sort of puff of purple-looking smoke. The rest of them were sort of just stood around. I think looks like they're waiting for something to do next. How do you react to this? Because I don't want to keep you waiting for too long. And I just piddle around with OBS.
Yeah, I'll walk out to them.
Okay. So you, everybody who is left back at the site, we'll call it, where you just were originally, you see a character present itself from the forest. Would you like to describe yourself for the party?
Hello, I am Dragonborn. Oh, sorry, my back.
No worries.
Yeah, what did I call myself?
You call yourself Akima, I believe.
Akima. I am Akima. I'm a purplish dragonborn, and I dabble in necromancy.
Do you currently have? Yes, Martin's smile widens beautifully. Do you currently have any of your an undead minion following you, or have you been travelling alone?
Oh no. One moment, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, you see this dragonborn sort of stride out in front of you.
Oh my god, it's a dragon! Kill it quick!
Dark sort of
They've ambushed us!
dark greenish black robes, a staff in its hand with some sort of like crystal ball gem looking thing on the top of it. And yeah,
So
sort of like
just-
this kind of dark, not sort of like a purplish skin, but more like a kind of a paler sort of purple, like a lilac-y kind of colour.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry if you're back. Did you have any of your any undead minions with you, or were you travelling
I've
solo?
got my 2 zombies.
So
trading
yeah, there
along.
are 2 zombies behind you, who seem to be sort of the first sort of thought is like, oh god, zombies, and it's like, oh, they don't seem to be attacking anybody, so they're probably fine.
Zombies and a dragon! Oh
Yeah, it's
Don't
a
have my zombies.
bit of a strange sight.
They're my babies.
slightly,
hell are you?
slightly rotty babies.
Yeah.
Do we have like no arms and no chin? Have
Oh,
changed
yeah.
around the neck.
No, we're not doing that because that's it interrupts copyright laws. It's called
Bloody
Mishan.
hell, not another one. Didn't we have one of those before?
Yeah, you remember trailing around with a Nariman and no, not Nariman actually. What guy? You're the only one who really recognises this kind of spellcaster fairly recently, as the memories of Lucy sort of come flooding back to you. Be that a good or bad thing?
At least that one had the bony companions. This guy stink.
There's a little bit of a little bit of funk coming from him.
You get used to him.
I don't really want to.
Wait,
I just sort of
who
look
are
over.
you?
Well, I'm a Kima and I heard rumours about fellow travellers.
I think that would be us.
People are telling rumors about us now.
Also, we look
You are
like
the group itself, Tempest Hostis, is a reasonably well-known group at the moment with some of the things that you've done in your past. So yeah, people now and again hear stories of things that you've done.
Tales of Nariman.
Whether you want them to be told or not, some people do, know these kinds of things.
Have they spoken of me? Of the great blue one?
Have you heard any grand stories of a Furbolg druid?
Some.
Sometimes my friends refer to me as Big Blue.
He did mention friends. We call him Kraylin.
Yes, I was hoping that wouldn't go unnoticed.
But,
So what are you guys doing at the? Your friends have disappeared off.
we are getting ready to attack this orc encampment, as you can see yonder.
when
Uh,
we're... Sorry. After you, sorry, what guy?
I just sort of wondering, are you just gonna stay here, or will you be joining us?
I'll be joining you if that's alright. I need some fresh corpses.
As good a reason as any.
So do you start making your way forwards towards the edge of the tree line? Do you sort of kept back a little bit because you know that you were fairly close, but do you want to sort of move forward and get a bit of a better view of things? Those that are down there.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
I guess. I'll try to sneak up on it.
You sort of hearing the drums and sort of shouts and things. You think that even with your rather clinky sounding mail and the distance that you're the distance between things, you think you could probably do a reasonable job of hiding yourself. Yes, I'm doing that right now. I was trying to say lots of words so that I could give myself a bit of time, but apparently I'm not allowed to do that. I have to just put my finger and it's there. God damn! God damn! Right, so yeah, there are 4 tokens
They
there.
see us.
Yeah, and I'll put you at the edge of the forest there. And Akima, you need some zombles, so I will put 2 of them. Did you say?
Yeah.
Cool. No, not zombie ogres. Goddamn. Sure. Giant, clunking-looking. Why are you not putting out? Oh, there we go. And another one of those.
Didn't buy me dinner first.
So I'll put them behind you. I'll need to give you control of them as well. Cause of things. Come on, work with me. Represents no, not Kraylin, Kima. And the other one is a Kima as well. Blorp. Kima. Awesome. Yeah, you should have control of both of those skeletons. You can put their healths in just so it's easier to track which ones have been taking damage, just in the little red circles.
Yes.
So, to save having to describe that again, you see this congregation of orcs who seem to have sort of grouped around the base of this this sort of like crevasse and looking up towards the mountain. And the two of you at the top, Tam and Nariman, you see first these two orcs who they look like they're wearing not much more than just like a sort of a leather armor kind of pieced together from sort of small bits. You know, they're kind of like big and muscly looking creatures, but still wearing this sort of makeshift leather armor. They have battle axes sort of on their backs, and they're carrying forward these like standards of some description. They sort of step out forward slightly, so sort of like the middle of the area, and sort of pacing slightly behind them from the footsteps that you've heard. You oh god, no, not that one. Hold on. Let me put you on the layer, token layer. Boom. You see a slightly older, not necessarily lanky. He just looks physically sort of unhealthy. Orc. He's got a bit of a stoop to him. He's got this this sort of gnarled staff, which seems to be growing with these sort of thorns and vines, similar to the ones that you've sort of been seeing around the Bramblewoods you've been proceeding. And it looks like he is stepping forward. The orcs in front seem to be sort of like taking their weapons and sort of raising them up in cheers. Snake rot! Snake rot! As this one comes forward, putting his hands up in front of them, staff in one hand, open the other hand open, and he begins to speak to the congregation that he has collected. I'm going to need a drink for this. Attention, my fellow Orc-born. It has come to me that we have some lurkers in the forests. Our goblin spies tell me a group of adventurers are moving this way. I say, let them come! Their bodies will break on your shields and split by your swords. Truly, we have been blessed with the arrival of the mighty Borag and her brother Logon the Undying. Keep your eyes open. None shall leave this glade alive. And you hear the orcs in front just sort of shouting out in triumph, just cheering once again. Snick
Where's
rocks.
this guy speaking from?
It's that guy in the middle.
And he's speaking from there to these people down here.
Yeah, sort of looking out towards the congregation of orcs that are sort of out in front of him. It seems like his voice is sort of not significant. Like he's not really shouting too much. There's maybe some sort of magical means in which he's making his voice louder to be heard.
Mm-hmm. And you say there's some creatures manning these.
Yeah, it looks like they're just sort of, at the moment, they're just kind of sort of sat in and around the weapons, just sort of, again, like looking on at the orc in the middle. You assume this orc in the middle is Snickrot. Sorry, he's not an orc. He is a hobgoblin. Sorry, I believe. Yes.
Are these on wheels? Are
they they look like there's a small set of wheels to the back, and then sort of to the front. It looks like there's some sort of handle. You assume that there's maybe some of the orcs just kind of pick it up like shoulder to shoulder, maybe like two to each of these siege weapons, and sort of roll them around to where they're needed.
Right. And what's this contraption?
Give me an.
That looks like a drawbridge.
Yeah, it looks like a sort of a drawbridge.
Right. So what I'm looking at, the map here is a map of the compound, and we're actually up on the hill behind the compound. Is that right?
Yeah, just above this sort of compound. It looks like the sort of the area. So the grey area that you sort of see almost looks like a section of the for want of a better term, a section of the mountain has just been sort of taken and cut away to sort of provide this sort of flatter area for them to have these tents and things on.
Cool.
Yeah, if you give
So
me
you want
an intelligence check, and I'll Narraman
Just
if you want to
straight
give them.
straight intelligence.
Yeah, I think so. And Narraman as well, if you want to give me one.
Okay.
Narraman, that's not a weapon. That's it's a party trick. These look like modified ballistas of some description, but again, there doesn't seem to be any kind of the firing mechanism is there, but it doesn't look like there's any kind of bullet spears or javelins or anything of that nature around them. At the moment, but that's what they look like. And yeah, currently the bridge is down. Sorry, I just drew it up because originally I thought you were going to be sneaking up, but yeah. So the drawbridge is currently down.
Is there? So these tents and things up here, do they look populated or are they abandoned? Or
no, they look like there are probably creatures who maybe sat inside there. The ones sort of around here, you gather, they probably don't need to be. Thank you very much. Yeah, it looks like there's maybe one or two. You think you can see the sort of maybe the legs or something sort of stood in front of. Let me just copy this one over. You see one looks like he's maybe sort of peeking out of that tent, and this one as well.
Okay.
The rest of them don't look like. The rest of them, they maybe look a little bit smaller, so you figure they're maybe for the goblinoids that have been around.
Does this tent appear to have a purpose, or is it just a larger sleeping space?
It looks bigger. There definitely seems to be some sort of slightly grandiose nature to it. You can see a few sort of skulls and shields adorned on it. Narraman, you recognise that there is a nature of there's an elven nature to many of the shields and things that adorn the base of this this sort of big tent. It definitely looks like there is maybe that's a command tent possibly, though whether there's currently anybody in it or not, it's hard to tell. There looks like there's maybe a little bit of a fire glow on the inside, but it's hard to tell if there's anything in there.
Around where we are at the minute,
Yep.
are there large rocks, as we had hoped?
There are a few rocks, but nothing majorly big. You guess that. I'm trying to think of a real world equivalent for size. I want to say medicine ball sized, but I don't know if that's the kind of thing that I'm thinking of. Beach ball. Let's go with beach ball.
Medicine balls like that.
Yeah, let's go sort of beach ball, medicine ball-y kind of size. You could pick them up with fairly easy with two hands.
So, while all this has been going on, can we have
as
spread
well,
the...
I will just say as well. There are you're sort of stood over what you feel is some sort of entranceway. You get the feeling that there is an entranceway about there, and something there, maybe a sort of a section of the cave which is kind of hollowed out as well. Though it doesn't look like there's anybody has come out from inside any of those or gone in from times that you've seen. Yeah, and at the moment the orcs are just kind of shouting and cheering. So what was it that you were going to say just then?
So while this has been happening, can we have spread the hole on the ground and started booling rocks into the hole?
Yeah. So let me think. So it's a 10-foot.
Oh, sorry, hang on.
hole.
I will find it. Also, I will have put the poor little horsey off to the side somewhere. Just release him instead of you're in there. Stay.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Stay.
Horse is a little bit oh, what do I do? Okay. Oh, monsters.
It is 10 feet deep.
10 feet deep.
And an unfolding circular sheet 6 feet in diameter.
Okay, I will say. Let me think. You think you could fit about? Well, you could fill it all. You don't think you could fill it all the way with big stones because there aren't enough. But you can sort of fill it with almost just a collection of bigger ones, smaller ones. Is that sort of thing? Just gathering whatever you can find, or are you specifically wanting to use bigger ones?
No, whatever we can find, but big ones.
So just
preference,
there's not as many of the bigger ones, but you fill the gap in. You think you've got a considerable sort of avalanche of stones, shall we say, and rocks and things of various natures.
Is there anything that looks like?
Tell you what, just between the two of you, give me one of you make the check, but I'll give you it with advantage. A stealth check.
I'm not bad at it. How are you, Nariman?
Meh.
Because the two of you are kind of working together.
I'm not bad, so I'll roll.
Yeah,
with
you
advantage.
make it with advantage, just to make sure that. Fucking hell, yeah, you do a pretty good job. You see a few that maybe look like they're going to scatter down towards the floor, but you quickly grab them. So you fill up the hole with a collection of rocks and stones.
Right. Is there anything around?
We'll say that was going on while the main orc was cheering and was shouting.
Sorry.
Curiosity, because it may make things a lot easier.
Okay.
I'm sort of like wondering myself. Remember, I got de-leveled.
Yes.
How close was I to catching back up to that level again? No, it's a bit of a daft question to ask midway through.
I'm not 100% sure. I mean, it resets you back a full level. So
back to the beginning of the
yeah.
Oh shit!
I'm pretty
okay,
sure.
right,
Yeah. So you figure you've got maybe a bit of like
that's fine.
as
Chibi.
Chibi. Yeah, you think there's probably a bit of time before you can gain another
Just
level.
kind of thinking like, if it didn't work that way and it was like a couple sessions away and I'm actually level 9, I could just create a ball of metal. But yeah, I was wondering.
It does set you right back to the start of the level as I see it, unfortunately.
Is there anything around significantly larger? I mean, we're talking big and too heavy for us to move. Perhaps somewhere around 500 pounds.
Like rock size.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The biggest that you're seeing is these kind of medicine bally, beach bally sized rocks.
What's the terrain like?
The terrain where you're currently stood is, fairly I don't want to say flat because it's not just like a flat sheet of rock, but it is, it is very much like the edge of, the rise of a mountain. Then it's sort of like the wall almost sort of like drops as like a wall. And like down the bottom of that, you can see there's a scattering of rocks and pebbles. But generally, the terrain there does look to be fairly, not like super smooth, but for game terms, it doesn't look difficult terrain. It looks fairly easy to stand on. The grass in front, the grassy patch in front of that looks to be like sort of a regular plain would be, but it almost looks like kind of slightly overgrown in places, which you sort of gather from whatever the magical effect, which is sort of taking hold of the area, is sort of making some of the grasses and things sort of grow a little bit wilder than previous. You can see sections, especially they seem to be more around the barricades of like vines, which are almost like coming up the ground, wrapping their way around these things, and around sort of the tree line as well. You can see sort of these thicker vines, which kind of seem to be coming out of the forest a little bit. More towards like your end, though. It doesn't seem that as much towards the other end of this sort of glade.
Okay.
And yeah, there is a drop. There is this sort of like chasmy area, which looks to be about 10-15 foot drop.
And how far down is it from us to?
How far down from you? Maybe where you currently are. It's probably about 25-30 feet or so. Round to the edges, you maybe guess that it's maybe only about sort of 15 feet ish, and that's like around sort of there-ish, and the other side as well.
Right. So about 15 and 20 feet. We've got what was it? 10 foot deep, 6 foot across of rocks.
Yeah.
In sizes. The thing, and not much else.
Yeah, it seems that with it, the nature of it being a mountainside, and the nature, it doesn't look like it was carved by hand, which is something that you've noticed as well. It seems almost like magically carved out. And whatever did it took the efforts to sort of make sure that it was fairly clean and clean enough that it's not going to be causing a trouble for anybody. It's fairly well kept.
Seeing Tom just kind of like mull over everything and worry that we haven't got enough rocks. I have an idea. how about when we're about to throw the rocks, I leave that job to you, I throw a signal in the air, and then when the rocks are falling, I go over and I throw 2 big horrible fireball thingies at those big wooden things. I don't really know what they are, but they look dangerous. I blow those up, and then we both go whoop again into that horrible man's looking tent. The woman looks like it has little shields. It's very strange. We go into there, and then we could pop out, grab him, and then stab him, and then ask him questions that he can't yes.
Well, I think they might have a bit of trouble with the stabbing, then asking questions, but it sounds like a reasonable plan.
On the other sorry to break off, the other side of the little glade, the rest of you, are you just sort of more waiting for a sign, or is there anything you're doing in preparation for moving forward, or are you purely just waiting for some sign that you need to do something?
I'm checking my weapon to see if it's sharp, sort of getting ready my shield out, sort of putting my bag down, so that I get a more loose charge at the enemies.
Yeah, fair enough. I didn't want it to be like I get into something. It's like, oh, we were doing this thing. So if there was anything that you would do, like Kraylin, if you were preparing a something, or Dottie, if you were preparing something.
Oh, I'm still just dancing. I'm really enjoying this music.
Cool. Okay, yeah. So.
Is it wrong that I'm like imagining Krillin doing the Draenei dance from?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
The mechanism on the drawbridge.
Yes.
Does it release the bridge when smashed, or does it draw the bridge? When smashed?
The bridge is currently down, so you figure that destroying the mechanism there probably wouldn't do a whole lot. The bridge does sort of span across it, so you think even if like the supports which would hold it up when it was held up would probably.
That's okay.
Yeah.
A clever foe would weight the bridge, so if the controls are destroyed, the bridge lifts up. But that's what I want to know.
Fair enough.
Right. Okay. How sturdy does the bridge look?
As sturdy as a drawbridge would look, without being super close to it. It's hard to determine. The wood looks like wood. It looks like it's a drawbridge. I'm not sure what more to say on that, unfortunately.
It's very thick.
It doesn't. Yeah, I mean, it's not like there's. It's not like Crash Bandicoot 2 Road to Nowhere. There's like holes through the bridges in places. There's no pigs running backwards and forwards.
Are we going to be able to break it?
With considerable force, maybe?
What about with considerable flames?
Or with considerably high dropped rocks? Because we've got rather a lot of rocks.
If you can throw something that distance and make it and sort of land, like from where you are, throw it and have it sort of open up on top of where the bridge is, you think you'd maybe do a reasonable amount of damage to it. But obviously the challenge there is throwing it that distance, having it not open.
We have spells that could do that.
Okay, yeah, it's a possibility. It doesn't look like a hastily built type deal. The things that are around definitely look like they've been let's say entrenched for a reasonable amount of time. They're built to last.
Okay. Right. So, what do you think? Do we try and block one of these entranceways down here, or are we going to try and drop these on as many hawks as possible?
That would be a good idea, yes. We could throw the rocks down, scare the living Jesus out of that little anorexic little fellow down there, and then blow up the bridge, and then we can interrogate them one by one while the rest of them attack the other side. I like it.
Okay, I'm just going to be right back because I need a toilet break. So discuss amongst yourselves.
Okay. So how about then we change the plan? You throw the rocks, I throw a signal flare, and then I blow up the bridge.
Right. However,
how are we going to get down?
If we blow up the bridge, how are the guys going to get across at the end? What if we need help over here?
If you blow up the mechanism,
you think we need help?
They can't
What if we need help?
Well, I'm thinking that it may not be a good idea unless we need to cut off lots of reinforcements. I mean, think about it. There's little caves down there. If there's loads of enemies coming out of those little caves, maybe we'll want the bridge for going that way.
Very good point then. Okay, maybe not blow up the bridge.
Maybe you can blow up the mechanism so that they can't lift up the bridge.
What's that strange whispering I hear on the breeze?
Hello. What?
Right. So I'm
Goodbye.
I'm thinking we can take out 2 orcs, maybe. We're not going to get much more than that with the
I
rocks.
think I can wholeheartedly contribute nothing to this fight and just pray to God what guard doesn't take too much damage and I don't die too quickly.
There's the possibility we could have planned this a little better, and the idea would then have been to push back the main forces over the bridge, get them in a position where you could just drop lots more rocks on them.
Yeah, but there aren't lots more rocks. That's the problem. We've got a 10-foot cube. We'd be lucky to hit 2
Look
orcs.
Kraylin, you turn yourself into the biggest monstrosity you can find other than yourself. And and scare them back over the bridge. Every single one of them somehow.
But I can only turn into things that I've seen before, and I haven't seen your mother.
No, I was going to say that.
For goodness sake. Seriously. That's what we're doing.
Ah,
Very.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
So, what's the plan then?
What are you doing, Candia?
What's the range on message?
I'd imagine you could message that far, couldn't you? Surely. I don't think messages.
okay.
What's the range on
Going to
sending?
find out.
See, now
it's-
I've got. What is it? Oh, you're looking.
It's
Sorry.
120 feet. Okay, so
Yeah, from where you are, then.
right, so
If you had maybe
we-
told your party to maybe wait like a bit higher round, maybe, but yeah, the range you can't
Well, you-
message.
I thought you said it was about 100 feet to where we are.
No, is that?
We dimension doored up here.
It was no. It's the well. Yeah, I mean, you can measure it to yourself there. It's about 106. Well, it's 170 feet.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, 170 feet. Right.
Ah,
So,
just give me a minute, let me see if I can...
right, we're all right. So if we can come round and we can message them. From the edge there. So if we need to get a message, I can do that. So that's no problem. But what's the plan?
Well, I'm still quite like the idea of throwing the rocks on them and blowing up those. I don't really trust those little. Those things. They're pointed towards an oncoming force, which is the same as those little entrenched shieldy things they have down there. So that's rather worrying that they want to slow someone down while shooting them with something. I don't see anything there, but if they're, why wouldn't there be something there? Maybe it's magical of some sort.
Is there any way you can get us down the hill? Down this cliff without us, breaking our necks?
Oh, yes, before we left I did burn a bit of my brain cells to do another dimension door. So we could very easily poof back down. I was thinking we could go in that tent and sneak out.
Well, here's what I'm thinking, right? I can cast a spell which makes something float, right? It's not particularly high, but I'm thinking that if we can make that little black baggy float, once we fold it up off the floor, I can float it over where we need it. We can sneak down, it'll stay floating around, and then when we're ready, I can, open it, or flip it open, or something. How do the rocks come out?
They
What if you
fall.
hold it open, the wrong way round, and then you float it the other way around, and it will fall out?
So if you have to float it and then flip it
Yeah.
like a pancake.
So
Thought there
imagine
wasn't
some way
gravity
to
in there.
flip it, damn it.
There's gravity in there. It
with
kind of pulls it down.
Yeah, you get the sense that things are still sort of affected by gravity.
Yeah, but you said it only has 10-foot deepness, so it won't fall through the.
Yeah, so if that's the hole there,
Yeah.
and it's in that direction, yeah, no, the boulders will still there. But if you have it that way round, then
Yeah,
obviously
they'll-
things will just straight down.
Yeah.
Right, so we might need a way to turn it over in the air. I don't know how to do that.
Me neither.
Okay, well, in
You
that
think
case, let's
it'd
just
probably be a fair amount of luck if you were just throw it out there, or used your let's see, worked out. No, you could probably work out fairly easily. If you sort of bundled it together and remembered this is the way that they would come out, and using levitation, would it be? I imagine. Yeah, you think you could probably do that? It's not super hard to imagine that you can do that.
Okay. So we can make it so it floats over them, and then when I let go of levitate, it'll stop holding the bottom bit on, and then it'll just flop open, and rocks will fall, and they'll all die.
I do like that idea, yes.
Right, so we can do that. We can sneak down there, and we can sneak up to one of those shooty things and see if we can figure them out. And if we can shoot one of those big ugly things over the other side of the cavern, or maybe the skeletal guy, or the big tent, or something. And if we can't figure them out, we can bash those little goblin guys on the head so they don't go shooting our friends. What do you think?
That's a good idea. Yes, I love that.
Right. So, what do we do?
As all this is going on, because we haven't a clue what's going on.
Yeah.
This is.
I'll say that he was. Yeah, there was sort of like the
this
first.
This is going to happen.
Oh, sorry, I'm not on the thing. Sending. You send a ship.
And it's going to be to Tam.
Okay.
Beep beep beep. Oh, yeah, it's working. We're waiting for your signal. We'll do what we need to do when you're done.
Can answer in a manner immediately, so can say something back.
And there is a 5% chance it doesn't arrive.
If the target is on a different plane.
Oh, sorry, I just looked at the last bit.
Spoiler: beyond the bridge is another plane. In the elemental plane of orcs.
I will reply with, rocks collected, gonna fall soon, we're gonna sneak, 2 siege weapons, destroyed hopefully.
Refrigerator. It's like a haiku.
And then I'll end it with boss and 4 orcs here visible, 3 tunnels into the cliff. That's about 25 words.
I've just
I turn around to Wokar and Naraman and Hakima.
I've just been
not Naraman, sorry, Kraylin.
I've just been on the whole telecommunication system to Tam.
Wait, I thought Naraman can't do that anymore.
Yes, well, no, not Naraman. Well, I did it. I connected to him. I spoke to him. I can speak to people. It's quite a good ability to have, really. They said there's a couple of orcs and a goblin fellow and 3 tunnel entrances, which looks like they might have extra enemies that might come out of them. They said they were going to drop some rocks on them. I assume once we see that, we'll go charging in. And I think I said we're ready when they are.
So,
right.
as you've been sort of having your conversation with each other and considering your options, the Snickrot, there was like a rise of the orcs and they kind of died down. He carries on speaking. Where did I stop from? Yes, he's finished on Brother Logon the Undying. He announces, "And now your king, the Elven Butcher, Lord of the Ebon Hall, Mobad Elfsbane!" And the crowd just erupts into this. Yeah, erupts into this just the raucous, just sort of applause and crying out, shaking their weapons, roaring out in triumph. And from the where are we? From the slightly larger tent that you were looking at, you see three creatures who enter into the fray. And sort of move forwards to sort of stand in front of where you assume Snickrot is. You first see the form of a huge orc. Now I'm talking dang huge, brick shithouse size.
Where does he come out of the?
He's coming out of the main tent. There's like a quite big opening.
Which side?
It would be there basically.
Sorry, I didn't see that. Where?
Just about there. Do you not see that?
I think.
Oh, is it? Why is it? Oh, because I'm tagging on the GM layer. That's why. It looks like there's a door about there. Okay. There was an orc sort of stood in front of there, and you can see this orc is just kind of pushed down to the side, to the floor, and this big orc comes striding out. You see he is. Now, Mia, I want you to calm and control yourself. He's wearing plate mail. But it's not the sort of plate. Yeah, it's not the sort of plate mail that you expect. It's various sort of sheets and sizes of different metal, sort of all clanged and bolted and riveted together. It looks in some places like it's actually bolted and riveted to his actual flesh, which is this deep, almost like dark green colour. He appears to be carrying a quite large, nasty-looking axe across his back, and sort of on one of his arms is a shield, which looks the face of it is quite well polished, more polished than like the rest of his armor is looking. And he just gives off this sort of aura of just like aggression and power. You can see the orcs and things that are quite close by just kind of sort of cower ever so slightly at the presence of this big one. You see him sort of stride out in front of you. You also, at the same time as this going on, you from the cave just sort of below where you are, you see 2 other orcs come out. Bidoof and... Bidoof, where are you? Bidoof. Another 2 orcs appear out. The smaller looking one looks to be like a paler female. Looks to be wearing what is she wearing? Like a studded leather sort of armor, but again, just sort of very, very piecemeal. And these 2 fairly ornate looking like scimitar type blades, sort of in a cross. Like a cross guard on her back, like hands free, and to the sort of the side of this one, you see another very large, very hulking orc wearing similar plate mail to the bigger one, who you assume is Mobad. Though this plate mail is very much dark, almost like a dark iron. Black in places, very sort of sharp and pointy looking edges. There's like an almost blue aura you can sort of see coming from looks like the inside of the armor itself is kind of illuminating the face of the orc. His skin is very sort of pale, near white, just like covered in scars. And as well, you can see this large two-handed sword that he's just sort of almost like using it as a walking stick. It sort of comes up to like about there on him, the handle. It looks like some sort of long sword, and along the length of that you can see these glowing blue runes of some description, which sort of glow with this eerie blue looking light, and they just sort of pace forward, standing behind Mobad at the front, but ahead behind. Let me just move people around as they sort of move to make space for people. So that's kind of the way people are stood. So yeah, they sort of proceed out just amidst all of these orcs, just kind of shouting and just roaring.
Merriman, look, they're all stood together.
Now,
I can drop them down.
Do it. You do your thingy, and you say when, and I'll bring us down to that tent.
Okay. Oh, what about the shooty things?
Yes,
Brothers of the Bloody-Handed!
Yeah, behind the big tent, we can get them both. Right, yes. I'm going to drop the rocks.
Okay, so...
levitate over them.
Yeah.
Right, hold on, things... right, so yeah, he starts speaking, but you apparently don't care too much for what he has to say. So, first thing that happens... Yeah, so...
we don't even know. It's just grunts to us.
No, fair enough. So, what's the timeline of things happening? What does first? Walk me through it.
Rocks first.
Yeah, so put rocks over them.
So you're levitating the...
Yeah, so
okay.
I'm gonna use levitate and levitate the circle out, and then once I drop levitate, the bottom of the circle will open, all the rocks will fall, hopefully in the centre there, and people will die, and then as I release that, we're going to bamf down behind that.
Okay, right. I am going to... Let me think. Because I thought you were going to drop it over the bridge, so I had my mind trained on bridge destroying. Yeah, you teleport over there easy enough. So, can either Nariman or Tam, can you roll me... Let's say... Roll me 5d10.
I'll let you do it.
Okay.
And before I say anything about results of damage, if someone can ping where you want like the center of the rocks to be.
Oh, so it's a 6-foot radius, so it's 6 foot around itself, so it's like that, yeah? Like that?
Is it a 6 foot
That'll be
radius?
the entire radius. It says...
I thought it was a diameter. I could be wrong.
6 feet in diameter. So it's bigger than that, isn't it?
So 6 feet diameter is just diameters across.
Oh.
So it's just slightly larger.
Just
than
slightly
that
larger than so you can
So
choose to drop it over
hopefully-
one, or maybe drop it over like between two of them, and maybe hit two of them.
That's right. So there's not a lot of rocks. In that case,
There's a reasonable amount of rocks, but the nature of the hole, you think it rather than spreading out as the thing opens, you think like gravity will just all in one
so
place.
it'll right, it'll clobber one big thing. Right.
Yeah.
So what do you reckon? The two skinny ones?
2 skinny ones, yeah. They're probably like a healer in there.
Yeah, we'll clobber the two skinny ones.
Okay, yeah. So 5d10 then, please.
50, 50, 50.
Oh.
Go.
Hey, it's a Krillin
Okay.
roll.
Okay, right. And yeah, 18. I'm applying that damage to basically both of those, as you sort of drop it in on top of them. It doesn't seem like they've even got like you can sort of see them sort of turn and look up as they feel the wind, and then just these rocks just sort of clamber on top of them, and it does look like it knocks them prone. So I will just mark them with a something to say that they're prone, and then you're going to Naraman. You're going to dimension door.
Yep, we're gonna
to
bounce
behind.
Kind of ping that square.
Okay, cool. Let me just. What have I been using for prone? I don't know.
Snail.
Yeah, I have, haven't I? Snail, and you were prone as well. Bloop. Okay. Yeah. So you. And then as soon as that happens, just sort of like literally, you dimension door behind the tent. So could you place yourselves there? Yeah. Cool. Right. Yeah. Then at that, the rocks just sort of fall down. You see the big pale-skinned looking orc just sort of looking up to see where these orcs come from. The bigger Mobad, you assume, whips around in the same motion, taking his this axe in one hand, just looking at the two that are sort of on the floor. Get up, you mongrels! I would like everyone to roll initiative, please. Oh God! Initiative. So many things. Right, turn order should be up.
Yep.
But it's fine because I did roll initiatives beforehand. I just need to give them all
Thanks.
orders.
Oh.
Right, let's put big guys in first.
Oh. I can do that again.
It's always 8. What the hell?
You
It
like,
really is always
you like the 8.
God.
Oh, sorry, no, you're not 20. You are
Poor,
that.
poor Akima.
Just
Just got here, like, what's going on? Oh, we're fighting.
Oh, that works pretty well,
okay.
actually. Add turn.
They're all gonna be my undead minion.
All of them! What are you? Oh, your God. Actually, this is working out really well. The ones that are currently under the stones rolled pretty badly for their rolls. Let's see, you. Did I give you one? Yes, I did. Anybody else? Right, any of these things? Oh, man, you see, I probably should have even put these onto the turn order first as well. You. And... oh, hold on. And you are the booth. I'll tell you what I'll do to make it easier. I'm going to use you as a token to the side, just because that's just how so things are easier. Boof, boof.
There's a warthog off to the side.
He's got a turn, and they've got a turn. Orcs haven't got a turn. What do they roll? They roll with that. I can tell you're going to see it soon. There is a lot of combats here. Oh, I think, did I roll for these things?
Yes.
Oh, right, my mistake. Sorry, yeah, I thought I'd roll for everyone, but apparently I have done. You are cool. Oh, I wonder, actually, this is interesting. No, you don't, I see. Cool. What else is there? Right, I think that is... God, so is everyone's roll initiative? Cool, I think everyone else is here. Awesome, right. So, descending. Oh, nice, Tam. So, let me put on some fight music. And, yeah, we'll get this shit underway. What was my fight music? Clash Defiant by Kevin MacLeod. I'll make that a bit bigger, a bit louder for myself.
Oh, that was a shitty roll.
Okay. So, Tam, you feel yourself just sort of shifting down and appearing behind this this tent. You feel like you haven't been noticed. You think that a lot of the tension is probably on the centre of this, the centre of whatever is going on here. The tent in front of you, let me think, he was probably about, well, he's probably about sort of 10 feet-ish. Yeah, so it's maybe about 15 feet tall at the highest point of this thing. But, you know, it's a circular tent, so it's kind of, you know, conical in nature. Well, sort of, it comes up to about a couple of feet above you in, like, flats, and then, like, the roof happens. It's not, like, just a straight TP. So,
what creatures are at this ballista weapon thing?
They appear to be some variety of goblinoid creature.
Have they reacted?
Well, in as much that a lot of the other things seem to have reacted. They're sort of like looking on at where these rocks came from. You know, maybe one of them's like looking in towards where the rocks were. The other one is maybe like looking up above towards the towards the mountain ledge to see if there's anyone up there. Just kind of like looking around. You've instilled a little bit of chaos around the place. Well, they've not really moved too much.
From down here, is it any clearer how they are used as weapons?
Not really, no. It looks like, you know, there is still the firing mechanism looks that it's like pulled back, like ready to fire, but again, you know, you can't even, like, it doesn't look like there's any inscriptions, so maybe there's a magical nature to it. You can't see any like baskets of things which are maybe like strapped to some of the beams or anything. It looks ready to fire, but with nothing to fire. The goblins, you can see the goblins have a variety of, like, you know, small, like, hammers and things. You know, they're wearing, like aprons. You know, maybe they're working on it, repairing it or something like that.
Right, I am going to poke my head around here and cast a spell.
Okay.
I am going to cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay.
On
Mobad Elfbane.
It's a 30-foot cube, so on pretty much everything.
When you say pretty much everything, do you want to draw me a 30-foot cube?
I'll draw you a thing, yeah.
Cheers.
No worries. Each creature in the area must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by this spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. If the spell ends if an effective creature takes any damage, or if someone uses an action to shake them out of the stupor.
Okay.
I need a 30-foot.
Yeah, so if you want to draw me a 30-foot.
At you adoringly.
No, they're just mesmerised by the patterns. Let's have a look. 30 foot, so that's massive.
Yeah, that does get a large area.
Gets everything but that separate workout to one side.
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah.
Is that 30 feet?
I think it needs to go down one more, but yeah, that basically covers all of those there.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, you can't fit. You can't fit any more on, basically.
That'll be the effect.
35.
Okay. So you cast a spell. So what is it? Wisdom saves?
Yes, wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
DC is high. 1 second.
When you say high, give me a number.
I've stupidly not written it down.
Martin, I am ashamed.
I was expecting to cast spells. I think it's look. Spell save DC is so that's 13 plus 17.
17. Okay. And just for my in fact, I can just look this up myself. What's this? Hypnotic pattern.
That's it.
Cool. Well, is there a verbal aspect to it? That's what I'm asking.
No, it is a colourful pattern which materialises. Oh, do you mean this?
Sorry, yeah, this actual spell itself, is
No,
it verbal?
there is no vocal components at
It's
all.
just somatic
It
and...
is entirely somatic and material.
Cool,
yes.
awesome, right, that's fine.
They will not discover me.
That's what I was thinking. So, wisdom save of DC 17, was it?
Yes, please.
Okay, we'll start with the little guys first, the oxes.
that's cute.
Wisdom was this?
Yep, please.
Okay, so that's 1, 2. Yeah, so all 3 of the orcs, the smaller ones, they look like they've failed their save. Let's see. Let's go with yeah, big guy 1. Oh, he rolled a 19 on that one, so that is this guy here. He has made the save. Other big guy. Whoa, nearly off the board. Please don't fail this. No, he rolled a 17, a natural 17 as well, unfortunately.
There's not -1 wisdom. Shame.
No, the big guy.
Oh, sorry, Karen.
Yeah, sorry, that's the big guy. So currently the small orcs have done. We'll go for Hobgoblin in the middle. Oh, he got a 3, so that's a fail on him. And slightly paler looking orc there. Got a Ooh, got a 16, so yeah, failed as well. So the failures are basically that one and the 3. No, Snitrot failed as well, didn't he?
Is everything but the 2 big ones?
Yeah, everything but the
two
2.
big ones.
So what they're incapacitated for duration.
10 rounds.
10, sweet, 10 rounds, awesome. So yeah, you sort of cast up this, and you see the small looking orcs just kind of, and is it like floating above like the area where they are, or?
In this guy's case, what it is sort of all around them. It's sort of a shadowy dome that makes strange patterns, like ink blots. So there's like a strange dome of ink blots all around them,
Awesome.
and occasionally ink blots kind of form into 3D shapes.
Sweet.
And then blow away like dark smoke.
Cool, awesome. So is that just full duration? There's no other save after that?
Unless someone tries to wake them up.
Cool.
By giving them
Awesome.
a shaking.
Right, so yeah, that's fine. So that you cast that, you notice that a few of it's hard to see exactly, but you've heard a few of them which like whoa, and then you've heard the slightly larger ones. You're shouting, "Knock it off, you lot!" But yeah, hasn't done anything. Would you like to do anything else, bonus or movements?
I don't think anyone spotted me.
Yeah, you figure that no one else has just yet.
Can I glance, lift the side of the tent up and just try and get a peek under without getting noticed?
Give me just a straight dexterity check. You think you've got people. You think people are more focused on the middle, but this is more if there's anything you come across which would then make a noise on the inside. So it's being careful not to knock anything over that you don't see, if that makes sense. Just straight dexterity. Yeah, you succeed. You feel that there are maybe a few things that you sort of reach against, but you don't knock anything over. It looks, from sort of peeking up underneath it, it looks like some sort of throne kind of. Yeah, it looks like this is where the Mobad Elsbane sort of spends his time when he's not doing whatever he's doing. There's some sort of throne-y chair, big chair that he's was sat there. There look to be pelts of animals, a selection of trophies.
Are there any other creatures in there?
You see like the feet of one of the charmed orcs on like the other side of the doorway, which is sort of.
Okay.
But other than that, nothing inside.
I'll tell Nariman what I see, and then can I scramble underneath and inside, or is that going to be too difficult?
No, I would say with the dexterity save, you can sort of like see where things are. You think you could probably get a pass without making too much noise. So yeah,
Right, I'll tell Nariman what I see, and wrong button.
And I'll say you probably whisper as well, just to be on the safe side.
That sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Nariman!
and then kind of sneak through inside. I'd like to try and keep a line of sight on.
With what?
Is that? So the doors.
Yeah. Looks like there's you can sort of move there.
So I just want to be able to see maybe his leg shuffling or something.
Yeah.
I'll be able to see all of him. Just something.
Yeah. But you looking sort of when you sort of peek your head around to see, it doesn't look like he's been charmed.
Yeah, that's cool.
It looks like he's very much got his senses
and
to
I'm
him.
just going to say, as I go inside, so the little goblins don't see us, Narraman. Let's keep an eye on what they do and see if we can shoot it at the big guy.
Okay, sounds good.
Is that your turn then?
Yep.
Okay. Right. What do you do first? Let's see, who would he go to first? Yeah, he looks like he turns around to well, you assume Snickrot on the floor, and just sort of gives him a kick with one of these big weighty metal boots. Get up, Snickrot! I don't give you this power to lie around doing nothing! Get up! What's going on? Kicks him on the floor, and then, yeah, pretty much just... No, that's... Ooh, actually, yeah, that was a thing that didn't matter, but... Ooh, well, hold on, no, that does... I really apologise here. Because I didn't know a thing that they had. So the paler looking orc with the two nasty looking swords is immune to charm. The other one in plate mail did make his save, but he's also immune to charm. Snickrot isn't though. So the only change there is that the slightly paler female looking orc is not charmed, but she is prone still. But yeah, you see well, you don't see, but you hear the big one, Mobad, just kicking Snickrot. Get up on your feet! And then just sort of shouting out, "Alright, who's around here? I'm gonna find you and kill you!" Shouting out, bellowing out. Even like some of the orcs, like, that can be seen, are just like, "Ah!" And yeah, that's what he does with his turn. So, Nauman.
I turn to Tom, who's going inside the tent.
Wait, are we not going for the ballista?
Let's see how they fire it.
Okay.
And I'll go inside the tent.
Now what? Do we just hide?
If you got anything you can do, quiet.
Let me think.
Also, is there you said there were skins in here, right?
Yeah, pelts of various natures. You do unfortunately see at least two, which look, you can see like the elven ears. It looks like he's taken the name Elsbane pretty seriously. There are a few elven flayed skins hanging in here.
I really want to kill this man. This thing, rather.
Yeah.
Is there anything large enough that we can hide behind that's not elven skin?
Yeah, the seat that he was sort of sat in. It seems like Tam is probably hidden behind there. It's kind of just peeking out, keeping a line of sight out. You could probably sort of stand behind there.
I kind of feel like the Scooby-Doo kind of crawl and hide thing.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, Mikey!
Yeah.
And I hide there and think...
I don't really have anything that's kind of quiet, really. Beyond I throw things and they go boom.
Quick question. Hypnotic, whatever it was. If something enters into the area, do they suffer the effect, or is it just once it's cast? Because that might change things I might want to do with them.
No, it's just once.
Oh right, okay. Right, I'll just get rid of that then.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
Oh, hang on. My blight doesn't have anything for it. Hang on. D&D 5e blight. I don't have any kind of components written down for it.
That's a charm.
Verbal and somatic. B&S.
Okay, yeah. If it was a verbal spell, you think you maybe have to try and keep your voice down to avoid being heard.
You could just save an action until we're discovered, just in case.
Yeah, I'll ready my action for blight on... Can I see the biggest guy?
Yeah, you can sort of like move... when you say the biggest guy, you mean the guy there?
Oh no, the elven guy, but I guess the other entrance is that way.
Yeah, no, the entrance is basically there in front of you.
Okay. Well,
So the only ones you can see from there are basically the big white-skinned looking orc, and the other ones sort of stood around going, "Oh, pretty colours."
Actually, I cannot ready a blight because I'm a silly. I will ready.
Oop. Oh god, hold on. I'll put you there.
Can I ready my sling of meteors?
Yeah, sure. What's the trigger? So readying it until
Until like a group of 3 or so have appeared, and Tam gives a signal. Really.
yeah, okay. So when you see a group of 3 sort of come together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, you.
Or
sort
rather,
of,
that we're also they've seen us too. Like it's not like there's 3 walking by and we're still boom.
Oh, so right. Okay. Fair enough.
If
So
they
you're still
spot us,
keeping
and there's a
hidden.
lot.
Fair enough.
Yeah, if that's okay.
Yeah, no, that sounds fine by me. So yeah, you pull out the sling, ready a shot, and you are going for the magical shot, or
Oh yes.
cool, awesome.
If anything really sees us, and there's a lot of them, I'm going to blow this place sky high.
Sounds good.
Okay, you're done over. It turns to Logon. You see, let's see. Oh, actually, I do need to look up something up because I didn't quite fill it in properly. But he does something kind of fun. Also, luckily, this shouldn't show up on stream, so that's fine. Oh God. Oh, cool, awesome. Right. Yeah, you see that the orc in the black armor looks to hold up the sword in front of him, and you can see one of the the runes sort of inscribed on the blade sort of glow, and sort of from the shoulders of the armor, you see these 4 blackened looking bones kind of lift up and sort of start to rotate and move around him in almost like some sort of like shielding sort of effect. And there are 4 of them just kind of swirling around this orc in particular, and he strides forward past. What's his speed again? Same as every humanoid. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just gets here, and you see him sort of point out the sword to the crowd in front of him, and speaks. "Keep your eyes open. Interlopers are near." That's what he does. That waits until it does something, because it doesn't know what to be doing. Dax. So yeah, it looks like it's just sort of this sort of biggish looking tusked creature is just sort of like looking around any that can see it, and sort of seeing if there's a target of some sort of nature, but it doesn't see anything at the moment. Probably moves out to here at the command of the bigger looking one. Sort of snorting and growling. Dax. What would you like to do?
Okay.
I'll move the map down so we can see where you are. You're there.
That obviously the stones have dropped. I thought
Yeah.
I was going to like charge.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna come sort of almost just bounding out of the forest.
Going quietly, or
No,
Nope.
I'm shouting something.
cool?
In orc, I'm now shouting.
Nice.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of some orcs.
Nice, I like it. Yeah, you shout this out, and yeah, the orcs sort of turn around. The ones here sort of turn around and notice you. Like, oh, ah! And you kind of, as you sort of stride out, and because he was looking, your eyes almost meet with the black orc knight, we'll call him.
That I cast that.
Guardian of Faith. Okay, I'll copy. I'll do what I did. I'll copy one of you, and where are you placing it? If I make it yellow as well, because it's a spectral one. Oh, come on, tint colour. There we go. Oh, it's blue. Sure.
I'm gonna put it there, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, like that. Going to end my go, 'cause that's
Sure. So the rest of the group, you see this almost mirror image in this pale blue colour step forward from where Dax was stood and kind of hold itself there, weapon in hand, just sort of looking around, glowing with this kind of radiant light. Cool. Well, Whatgar?
Whatgar starts running after Dax.
Okay.
Sort of goes over here and decides that dashing forward is not a brilliant idea because there's too many of them and he will get surrounded, and decides to just stay there and ready in action. If anything comes near him, he will hit it.
Okay. Cool.
And that's my action.
Awesome. Kraylin.
Oh!
I'm so sorry it's going to take a while to get around to you, Akima, but yeah. Low rolls.
Before we're even stepping out away from the trees, I am going to. Guess I'm going to I'm going to cast this as a level 4 spell.
Okay.
I'm going to center it here.
Cool. I'll let you draw out the area of things that it covers, because you know.
It's just a 5-foot radius from that.
Oh, so it just covers the 3 of those. Awesome. Call lightning! Sweet.
Right, but hold on. I need to roll normal.
Oh, yeah. Well, roll their dex saves first. So, guy at the top. What are your dex saves?
1. See? That's Kraylin roll.
Oh, man, really? Oh, well, that's 16 lightning damage. Cool. Right, guy at the top. Dex save. Oh, that's your dex bonus. And what's the DC again? Oh, 16. Top guy rolled a natural 20, so that's half damage. What's that? 16. 8 damage. Cool. Come on. So that's the guy at the top, takes half damage. Guy at the second one down, roll a fail, so that is 16 lightning damage. And guy at the barricade got a roll of 17, so gets half damage on that as well. So that is 8 lightning damage. This little bolt of lightning just slams down into the floor. You can see two of them sort of manage to step out and side, but a little bit of it travels up them, and one orc is just sort of stood in place, shaking and convulsing horribly, foaming at the mouth a little bit. Cool.
And that's the end of my move.
That's you. You don't want to move or bonus?
Nope, I'm staying well hidden.
Cool. Oh, I did roll for him, didn't I? Right, okay. Moving up to Lady Orc up here. God, this is going to be annoying, moving up and down. Why did I make such a big battlefield?
Everyone's going to leave up there free, and they're all going to come running down towards me.
Yeah, she picks herself up from prone, and in doing so, uses her action to sort of bring up the orc to the side of her. I don't know how an orc female sounds. Come on, get up! On your feet, soldier! Dragging this other orc up with him and sort of kicking him out of the, using her action to kick him out of the charm. So, yeah, he's uncharmed at the moment. Uses her action to do that. Does she move? Again, yeah, she sort of moves forward in a similar sort of pattern, drawing out these two swords.
That's a bit fast for someone who stood up, is that correct?
Oh, sorry, yeah, God, no, I forgot about that. Yeah, it's half movement because she spent half of it. So, yeah, 15. I was just looking at something else. Yeah, so what's that? 5, 10. Yeah, it looks like she starts striding forward, taking both of these swords out from behind her back. And you can see, as anybody can see, as they sort of come out, she speaks something in Orcish, and these blades just ignite with fire just along the cutting edge of these nasty-looking scimitars. Yeah, that's what she does. Okay, right, orcs, you are charmed, can do nothing. You are going to ready your weapon and come stand beside your boss, Mobad. You're going to do the same. Sort of stand out, weapon ready to charge at something. Hey, they're going to try and protect their boss. And I think, is that all of those? Yeah, because those two are charmed. Cool, right, guys at the bottom. Okay, see that you're running towards them. This one here, at the bottom, against the barricade, pulls out a javelin and hocks it at, let's see who was the closest. It would be Dax being the closest. Oh, that's a natural 20. But it's a javelin, so I would not worry too much because it's just a javelin.
Who gets hit by the javelin?
Dax, sorry, being the one who sort of called up this spectral entity. That's not on dice. Oh man, that's the worst it could roll. So,
would it be
Crit and roll.
35 feet away? Isn't that disadvantage unless it's proficient with range? Like it's 30
I didn't check the range on that one actually. Yeah,
I don't mean to try and negate.
No, that's fine. If it is a disadvantage, he has to roll. It's the Night King! Dragon's hide! What is the range on a javelin?
Yeah, dragon stay hidden.
Oh, I've got it there, haven't I? Yeah, it's 30 feet, so yeah, that would be at disadvantage. You are entirely correct. Because that is 35 feet, you're just shy. So yeah, no, that is true. So that is disadvantage, which you got. He has rolled a 2. So yeah, you avoid the javelin, which just sinks just shy, about 5 feet ahead of you, into the floor. This other one, yeah, the other one here behind the bar. Yeah, he almost did. He rolled a 2. The second one behind the barricade does the same thing to Watgar being the closest one, with disadvantage. Oh god. Yeah, even both of those were going to be misses. So just hocks them once again. This javelin just sort of sticks into the floor beside you, and these just start charging up towards you. Yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then bonus. Actually, yeah, no, they just dash straight up towards you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. One goes up in front of Watgar, and the other one will probably end up in front of Dax. Yes, I'm aware of that. So yeah, they both pass through that area. Is it just a straight? Dex save, isn't it?
Dex save.
DC?
17.
17. Fail. Both of those failed, taking 20 radiant damage.
Yeah.
So it's taken, dealt 40 so far.
Yes, dealt 40 so far. Okay.
The first one also gets hit by me. Or at least I try to hit him.
Yes, because you ready your action, so if you want to make an attack against the first guy there, 27 is a definite hit with 13 slashing damage. As using the momentum, you just swing this axe round into the gut of this orc and sort of catch him as he runs up towards you. And his gut snarls up in your face, looking very, very wounded, but still there. Unfortunately, I did take health off him. Yes, so that's both of those. Yeah, that's what they do. They spend their entire turn moving up, and these do the same as well. Oh god, no, hold on. Oh god. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So he'll get one, and this one looks like he turns to the bigger looking boar type creature, and again sort of says something in Orcish, and looks like he's pointing out Watgar, like a target, like go for Watgar. I think that's all of them. Cool. Secret things happen. Let's see. Oh, sorry, yeah, the dex save on that guy. Rolled a 6, yes, so that's 20 from him as well.
Okay, so that's the Guardian.
Oh, 20 actually finishes that guy off. The radiant damage just sort of shoots through this orc, just sort of blasting him out where he stands, leaving just a frizzled husk of a body. Yeah, that was him. Yeah, but no, that dealt some definite damage. Let's see.
60 worth of damage.
Dax and Watgar, what are your ACs?
I believe
So you're 19, aren't you?
Yes, I
and
believe so. Yes,
you're 18. Nice.
I actually have it written down.
Cool.
Yeah, because I gave you a +1, remember? So just...
Oh yeah, then I have 20.
Yeah.
Yes, I did forget.
Okay, that's one hit against you. Dax, you feel one of these black arrows stick into the side of your body for... Where's the dice there? 11 piercing damage.
Damn, not a bad arrow.
Nope. Nope! Nope! Oh my god. Okay, that's a 19, so that's 1. And... Nope. Oh, fucking hell, that's 2. That's 2 hits against you, Watgar. From, again, 2 similar, these, like, nasty-looking black arrows. That's 18 piercing damage to you.
Don't forget that's half.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's...
Oh yeah,
9.
because of Warding Bond.
Yeah, and now I take an extra 9 damage.
Oh man.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, so you feel arrows just sort of shoot out from the tree line somewhere. Though you'll have to have a look next turn to see what you see. Boars charging up. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah,
Which
easily get
direction
up
did the
there.
arrows come from?
You will have to make a perception check on your turn.
Oh,
In
yeah.
the heat. In the heat.
At least
of
the
battle.
direction. Obvious, considering I get hit by them. Sort of.
10, 15.
Give me a cone.
What guy you think they came from the left side of you, so like that side of the battlefield, and Dax,
then.
other
Somewhere
side.
here.
Somewhere to,
Somewhere here then.
yeah, somewhere in that line, and what guy yours, Dax, yours was to the other side.
Okay,
But
so
yeah, you're
both
not,
sides.
you're not entirely sure where they came from. Yeah, those move forwards. And these are going to sort of move to flank the side of this this one here. So 1 against Dax. Yeah, looks like as it's sort of running, it's sort of ducking its head down in a charge sort of motion. 22 is a hit on you, I believe.
For me, yeah. I can't be hitting your wounds, see that around.
That's 14 slashing damage. And, oh yeah, and so 14 slashing damage and 3 bludgeoning damage. From that one. Second one is doing the same thing to you. What guy just charging straight for you? Oh god, that's a natural 1. What happens to it? Oh god, no! It hits itself. It sort of trips, sticks a foot into a vine, trips over, and you can see it pierces itself because it's a fucking idiot.
What, the boars?
Yeah, one of them hits itself.
Excellent. A very nice boar.
And, yeah,
What a nice ball.
I know, right?
Boys, we're eating pork today. Pork.
Yeah, and this one just sort of like tumbles and lands in front of you, just looking very dazed and confused with itself. 2 nasty-looking wounds on its like chest area. That's what they do because they're all done. Okay, Snickrot. He's going to. What are you going to do? Oh god, that's not you even. Anyway, yeah, you can see that as he sort of gets up to his feet, he says something in Orcish, and you can see his quarterstaff sort of starts to glow with this this dark green-looking energy.
Was he dazed by the pretty colours?
No, he got woken up by Mobad. Yeah, he got sort of kicked. Yeah. Once again, just sort of almost ignites his sword with these thorny sort of magical energy, and just mark that off because otherwise I'm going to forget what spells he's used. Cool. Actually, Shillelagh isn't it's a cantrip, isn't it? So yeah, never mind. Shillelagh. And yeah, that's what he does. And he just sort of he spreads out a little bit, realizes that the smaller orcs are kind of searching around. To tell you what, I'm going to roll a direction to see where he goes. See which direction he wants to go in. Oh, this way apparently. He goes over this way. And it looks like actually, yeah, he goes over to the 2 goblins that are. Oh, I've just realised I never made them. Never put them out. Shit. Badoof. And yeah, there's like 2 of these goblins. Oh, where are you? Token layer. Yeah, and there's the same on the other side. And it just looks like he's issuing commands, just like, be ready for something coming. That kind of thing. It's hard to have like 10 different orc voices. Akima! Are you there? Or is she,
Oh, the Barbie is up.
Oh, okay. Oh man, she didn't
That
even...
could be a good time for a quick little 5-10 minute break.
Would we like a... Yeah, that makes
Would you
sense
guys
then.
Yeah, I'm happy for a break.
Give her a chance to come back.
Yeah,
She's
'cause
had a little while.
she didn't send me her spells either, so I can't even play her for her, unfortunately.
That's
So
right,
yeah,
we
if
can come back in 2
anyone
minutes.
wants to
Yeah.
step out for
Battle
a...
stop for slices.
I feel like
Oh, even the orcs have stopped for ale. Let's be honest.
Definitely.
I
Go
feel
back.
like the whole
See you soon.
half damage and me taking damage, I'm going to drop rather fucking quickly.
Ah, you got death saving throws.
We all know how they went last time.
No pressure. No pressure.
Yeah. I'm just...
Well, I've got to
looking
play.
through
I've
my
got to
stuff.
play. I've
Oh, no,
played.
that's good. If you've got plays. I'm definitely down for plays.
No, I've not seen Macbeth yet.
Nice. Very clever. I like it.
I'm more of a Romeo and Juliet kind
Oh,
of guy.
he did a thing, didn't he? Which he had to spend a spell slot for. Where the hell are my pens there? Yeah. Cool.
I got a black arrow in
Blup,
me.
blup, blup,
Shit,
blup.
a lot.
Yeah, you have one. One of these nasty... looked very similar to the black arrows that you'd seen piercing the body of the elfish scout.
Still can transform into the form of your mum.
Form of mum. Very good. I'm so proud. Oh man, that troll, that boar, sorry, using its natural one. That's awkward. That's a nasty one to hit as well, because it was charging as well, so that was like the full effect of its attack. That's nasty.
Like, apologies on the whole natural 20 javelin throw thing. I was just like, hey, the
Yeah, no, that was completely fair. I did have the distance on, but just assume that you're 30 feet. You weren't, so you've avoided that.
I was really picturing like you with your legs spread and it just landed in between. We're like, oh.
Very close.
Sorry, had a grumpy baby.
Oh no, it's okay.
Barn.
So yeah, it's your go. I mean, everyone else is currently
Doesn't
away,
need
but we'll just take your go just in case Dragon Baby wakes up and needs attention. Because they do that. So yeah, what do you want to do?
Right, let me just.
So far, you've seen a lot of orcs charging up to the front line where you currently are. I'm out of beer now.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Actually, I should really start getting some beer for this.
Yeah, well, like I said, I got this. I got this. This Trooper hallowed beer. And it's gorgeous.
I mean, this could get really interesting then.
Oh, I've only had the 2. Though it's 6% volume. How many units is that? Yeah, 2 units of beer. And what is it? It's safe limits is what, 4 units a person for a man even, or is it 6? I can't remember.
12 if you're man enough.
12 if you're man enough. What was it that Graham got on that Facebook thing? His beer limit is 20.
Yeah.
That's a lot of beer for one person to ingest at once.
Alright, I'm going to move my
Yep.
zombies.
Zombies.
Is this bar the enemy here?
Yeah, basically everything that has the
Okay.
circle border is an enemy, except for Kraylin. Kraylin is not an enemy.
Hey,
Kraylin is
Wow.
friend, not food.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Hey.
going by your alignment, feel free, but you know.
hey!
No, I meant Dot's alignment. Spoiler.
I know.
Zombie 1 over there,
Okay.
and zombie 2 over there.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey. Okay, and they're just going to make an attack against the bosses.
Yeah.
Cool.
Uh,
Well, against the ball.
Bum, 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 bum.
It's good battle music.
so
How
it's
was it? Like da 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 da.
Krayla doesn't want to fight today. He wants to dance.
Dance! I fend off my enemies through the medium of interpretive dance. So I think zombies are +3 on their attacks.
yeah.
Yeah, so a d20 +3. 2 of those. So 2 zombies. 21, nice! So that's a hit. If you roll the d20 for the other one as well. And remember, yeah, you can press up to do the same one. And a 14 is a hit as well, so roll damage for 2 of those. So d6 +1, I think it is.
Yeah.
So do 2d6 +2.
Okay.
Just combine it into the one roll.
Yeah.
Because they both hit.
Nice.
13 damage, cool. Let's just beat their undead limbs against this boar out in front of them. So what are you going to do with your action?
Alright, I am going to. How far is that?
If you click the little ruler, you can drag out
Aye.
and measure for space, for distance.
So I'm fine with.
Yeah, 20 feet away from that.
Yeah.
Um,
That is going to get. Find where I've bookmarked stuff.
Yeah, I'll make sure for next time that I try and fill in your spell sheet for
Yeah. Yeah, I should have thought
you.
ahead.
It makes things a little bit easier. Don't worry about it, you've been away on semi-holiday.
Yeah. Gonna firebolt it.
Firebolt against the ball, sorry.
The bar, yeah.
Yep.
So.
So it's a ranged spell attack.
Yeah.
You all saw it, right? That orphanage attacked me first.
The orphanage.
Yeah.
So what's your casting mod?
+9. I was
Right,
just
so yeah, d20, d20 +9,
yeah.
which is a definite hit. So damage on that. So
One
d10 for firebolt.
Yeah.
Nice and simple. Seven fire damage. Sweet. So you hurl round this bolt of fire against the troll. Sorry,
hang
the
on.
boar.
What level is she?
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, no, that's the thing. You'll be level 9, so...
Ah,
2, so roll another
one
D10, another D10, yeah.
okay, yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's not good,
No.
definitely. Crank up the numbers where you can.
Crank them down when you can do.
No, do all the damage. And another 4 damage, cool. You just sling this bolt of fire towards the boar. Just socks into the side of it, singeing its fur. Leaving it a little bit nasty looking. Do you want to move at all, or are you staying sort of in the tree line there?
Yeah, I'm staying hidden.
Okay. Tamalvan, what would you like to do? Zoom up so I can see.
Well, not an awful lot, to be quite honest.
No?
Hiding seems like a really good idea right now.
Okay. You can stay hidden there, yeah?
Agreed.
So... I will... Haven't got anything quiet enough.
Close enough, so I don't need that now.
I am going to hold an action for if we are discovered.
Okay.
And I am going to hold the command spell with the one-word command of silence.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you do that, and then you're just going to stay there until something comes to...
If something discovers us, I'm going to use the command spell to command it to remain silent.
Okay, cool. Right. Let's see. Okay, on to Mobad's turn. I need to make a measure here. Oh god, hold on. Yeah, I think they can. Yeah, definitely. So you hear Mobad shout a war cry out towards the orcs in front of him. He shouts out, "Get 'em, boys! Don't let them leave! Attack now!" And the two orcs in front of you make attack rolls against the protected targets. So Dex. Oh dear. 23.
Yeah.
That is not brilliant. Down. Oh no, hold on. That's 12 hits, 12 slashing damage. Sorry.
Yep.
And against Watgar, whiffs against your armor with a 3. So they just beat down against your armor with the one in front of you with like the little strength that it's got, just tirelessly beating against you. And you see him. Well, I don't know if anybody that would see sort of out in front of him pulls out this horn and sort of blows into it. That's what he does with his turn. Moves forward a little bit to see if he can. Well, it looks like he's getting a better view of the site. Nariman.
Nariman, I am going to swap my Sling of Meteors for my Staff of Charming.
Okay.
And look to Tam with like a very sort of like an anticipated and frightful expression, and already the command spell, if anything, finds us on the Staff of Charming. It's like on the doorway, it's kind of like.
So you are aware, before having the Staff of Charming out, you noticed that the larger orcs, the superior orcs, seemed immune to the charm spell. Just so you're they are immune. They are immune to charm.
That's the thing as well. I don't think command is a charm.
I was just if you had any sort of anything that you were doing, because it's the Staff of Charming. I can't remember exactly what it does.
Yeah,
I was just making sure that you're aware.
Yeah. No worries, thank you.
So that's what you're doing, is swap out, and you're still staying hidden there?
Oh yes, I had a little bit closer to Tam. We're always kind of sprinting at this stage.
Yep. Okay, moving on to Logon's turn, as I'm just going to start using the names from now on. You see, well, you don't see this, but you hear the sound of this plate mail sort of clanking around as he starts to move off to the side. Yep. Continues to sort of pace around. Not hearing anything. He just sort of shouts. You're hearing him say like, "I know you're here. Come out and stop hiding." Yep, that's what he does. Okay. Big ass boar. Let's see, what is your movement? Yeah, definitely just charges straight towards you, Watgar. Again, similar, sort of putting down its head, charging up towards you. With an attack. Oh dear, that's a 17 to hit you, which is a miss. Yeah. Cool. Yep, that's what it does. Charges up to you and just tries to gore you with its horns and just misses completely. Dax. Now that it's gotten up closer to you, it's a horrifying sight to see. It looks like a boar, but there are elements of its sort of facial structure and the fact that it has more horns and tusks than a regular boar would do that you lead to believe there's something different about this boar in particular.
It missed me, right?
Yeah, it missed you by a significant margin. Okay. Yeah,
If it
cool.
misses you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction and expend one superiority die to make a melee attack against the
Make a melee
creature.
attack.
If you hit, you add the superiority die to attack damage roll.
Cool.
Which
Give
I
me
would
an
like to do. I would
You
like to
can
hit the big
indeed.
boar.
With a 26, definitely. So that's 9 slashing from the attack, and then another 8 from the riposte. Cool. Yeah, using waiting for it to sort of reel back, you sock it in the middle of the head. You know, gouging quite deep into the forehead of the boar. Yep. So Dax, what are you going to do?
Because I'm already
I'm going to move
quite
the camera down
badly
here.
hurt.
Yep, significantly.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at level 4.
On yourself?
Yep.
Awesome.
It didn't do anything. Why did it not do anything?
Maybe.
Ticky little boxes.
Yeah,
I didn't
maybe
tick
if
the-
you
I
tick the
didn't
box.
I didn't tick the little box.
HP 23, that's not terrible, I
Oh,
suppose.
nice.
2 6s, yeah, that's good. So, yeah. You feel some of the puncture wounds of the tusks just sort of close up, and the arrows kind of tink down to the floor after pushing themselves out.
And with that, now I'm going to go in range, but I'm going to move to here.
Okay, just moving over.
Yeah, and I go because I can't do anything else.
Cool. Watgar. A range of targets to choose from here.
Exactly. Yeah. Vodka is going to try to pummel, shove the one there in front of him with the shield.
Yeah. Yeah, he's already looking very, like, haggard.
I know, that's fine. 22.
Strength, yeah. Roll 7.
Yes.
Easy enough, you just punch him just square in the chest, and he's down on the floor, down on his feet,
Yep, one attack. See what happens.
spitting out blood.
29.
Oh god, you critted him, and he had 1 hit point left.
Oh, he has this one. I just wanted to make sure I hit
Yeah.
him.
Oh, definitely, yeah. So slash, just go straight through the middle of him and just end his cries.
Who? Which one?
What
X on
happened
him.
to Dax?
Move.
I was gonna kill him.
Dax healed himself and then moved a little bit.
Oh, okay.
To your
What
right.
happened to this phantasmal thingy?
Once it deals 60 damage, it disappears.
Oh, it disappears. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, first
Oh.
attack kills this orc where it lays.
I'm just gonna go ham on the boar.
On the big
ass
boar, yes. Good idea.
18.
18 is a definite hit for 12 slashing damage.
Yep. I would like to goad it.
Okay.
17 DC.
17. Nope, that is goaded.
He has disadvantage on everything but me.
Okay. Oh, and two goading damage on that attack
Yeah.
as well. I didn't notice that. An extra 2. Awesome. You shout out, and you see the eyes of the boar in front of you just glare with his red-hot heat. It looks like it wants your blood.
And that's me done.
And that's you done. Beautiful, Kraylin.
Still standing in the shadows of the great elms. I'm charged with electricity. I'm just gonna, because that's concentration. I'm basically just gonna cast it. Once more.
The lightning bolt that you casted.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
I'm gonna cast it right there where that guy just dropped dead.
Okay.
So I really hope Watgar isn't very conductive.
He is because he has metal on him.
Hold on, I'll just...
You can read the spell, maybe if it's just enemy creatures or everything in that area.
Oh, hold on a minute, let me just move you out of the way.
Damaging Watgar damages me, so...
Oh, do I have to cast... It's the same dex save each time, isn't it?
Yeah, it depends really how much wisdom you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just meant it's okay just rolling the damage rather than rolling the spell again.
Yeah, that's fine. So, which one are you? So you're centering it on the guy that's the guy that fell. So that is the boar, big boar, little boar, and orc, and then so you Watgar as well. Or is it? Can I? Let me just double check. What is it you're casting again? Call lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Call lightning.
Hopefully you can save this one.
It just says each creature within the feet of the point, so yeah, it unfortunately gets Watgar as well. Though it doesn't say anything about anything being in metal, so there's no extra for that, which is good. So yeah, just a dex save from you, and I'll do. And the damage is 29. So big ball failed. Taking.
I failed as well.
You get a +1 if that helps.
13. I need to succeed on the Kraylins, which is I think 17? 16? Yeah.
Failed.
But you take half damage anyway.
Yeah, how is that? But you take the other half.
Yeah.
No, he dropped that.
Oh, that one just wipes him out as well. He didn't have a whole lot of health left. Yeah, the other orc just falls down to the floor.
How much damage do we take?
29.
So half is what? 24, right? 20,
No,
25.
half of it's 14.
Oh, 14, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like everything failed the save on that one. The big boar is still standing, though looking very electrified, and so is the smaller one. But the orcs have just fallen to the floor dead.
You do realize they have not succeeded on us.
They haven't, yeah, they've been rolling terribly.
Right?
Also, they have a dexterity bonus of uno. So that's not.
No, I haven't succeeded.
Oh,
in the
you
whole
haven't.
game ever.
Oh dear, I am so sorry.
I have a shield that could actually prevent me from taking any damage.
Yep.
If I use my reckon. I haven't used it once. Because
I think you've used it once.
I
I think you've used it once or twice. I'm sure.
No,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Kronk
I
did.
think Martin used it the first time he had to roll. I haven't used it yet.
Fair enough. Cool.
And I'm getting a bit salty at the game for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Understandably.
It's not your fault. Like, it's not even my fault. It's just like I roll shittily. Great.
Is that everything that you'd like to do then, Watgar?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay.
I mean, Watgar.
Sorry, Kraylin, sorry.
Yeah.
Look, I've got a lot of shit going on right now. Give me a break.
I'm still just charged.
Yeah, so you're just
Too dead.
holding the lightning out in front of you. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. Borag is going to start charging forward, deciding she needs to get into this fight. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then dashes another 30. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She really wants to. And you can see she's almost sort of, how sword artists sort of swing their blades around as they're running forward. She's doing that, creating these like swirls of fire as she runs forward, shouting this battle cry, which I'm not going to do because otherwise my voice will kill me later on. Yeah, she's an Amazonian now. Spoilers. Cool, so on to orcs when my roll 20 wants to start playing ball. Right, you're dead. Javelin 1 against... Who's the closest one? Yeah, Dax. Although I think you are in range of the 30 feet now. You are, yes. Oh, fucking hell. Jesus. Hold on. Okay, does anybody there have a ranged attack or a reaction to use? I think it would only be Watgar, and I think you've used up your attack of opportunity. Sorry, your reaction.
No, I didn't.
Did you not? I thought it was you used it to... No, that was last round. So yeah, if you
Yep.
if you want to chuck a hand axe at this guy, you can.
Yep.
For some reason.
I will throw something at him in hopes of hitting him. 16.
Yeah, 16 hits for 15 slashing damage. You sort of see him stood around like, and you fuck him straight in the side of the head. Second guy. Can he get a javelin out? He can, but I'm going to give him disadvantage because he's trying to fire over the big ball thing.
They're giving me partial cover.
Yeah, that will work as
You could
well.
use partial cover rules.
Sure, that works. Doesn't matter. His max roll was an 8.
Okay, yeah. it
So
doesn't
yeah,
matter.
he just you see it sort of. Well, you don't even see it. It lands somewhere between you and between him and the boar. These two are. Notice that Borag is charging up, and decided they're going to sort of charge with her and move forward and taking out their weapons. Okay. This is arrows are once again firing out from the forest. It's one against you, Dax. Just one, which is
Too much for melee.
yep. Oh, that's 6 piercing damage. Sorry, 7 piercing damage.
Yep.
And against Watgar. Nope. 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 Ooh, 1. Yeah. You see 4 arrows just sort of shoot out towards you. Most of them pinging off your armor. But yeah, one of them looks like it does hit home. Oh, fuck me, guys.
Oh, but what did they roll?
Jesus.
I forget. Don't forget I have 2018.
Yeah, I know. They're rolling pretty badly. That's 8 piercing damage.
-4.
Yeah, minus
And
4 for oh yeah, the
because-
warding bond thing.
Yeah, because there's a Dax.
Dax, do you
because
take
Dax
any
takes
extra damage?
Yeah, I take 4.
Cool. Well, not cool.
Basically-
Not cool for you.
No, it's not cool for me.
Yeah, once
but
again
it's
you
very
just
fun for me though.
definitely. Yeah, once again these the groups, this hail of arrows almost just shoots out. This boar at the bottom is going to turn around and try and gore one of these zombies to the floor. Shit, that's a fail. Oh god, I can't see my dice. No, there it is. Problem with having a dark carpet and dark dice. Whee! Oh god, that's a 3. That's a fail. And this one, I'm going to say it targets Watgar because you've goaded its mother. Ooh, misses you with an 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Armor finally paying off.
These two as well. I'm just going to charge forward. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And this one as well. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And what I'm going to do... yep. No. Kraylin, you notice that this one over here has seen you. As it's charging up, it's seen you at the tree line, gesturing with
Which
your...
one?
This one here to the side.
Alright, okay.
It looks like it's spotted you and it's charged forward. And you sort of meet its eyes in a romantic kind of way. But the other one doesn't look like it's seen anybody and is still charging into the fray a little bit.
Betsy!
And that is all of those. Yeah, they made attacks. Cool. Right. This guy is going to spend his turn moving over to here and just basically poking his head into the round, just shouting out and trying to find somebody. Not seeing anybody. I tell you what, actually, no. What he does do, well, as he before he makes his sort of search, you can see him drop his staff down, drops to all fours. His form sort of grows, and he starts to howl in pain as his form is replaced with that of...
Michael Jackson?
Yeah, man, Michael Jackson in the flesh. Oh god, where the hell did I put it?
Thriller.
There we go.
Like other boys.
I got him. Boom. I don't know if that's going to be too big or too small. But I'm just going to put him over there for now. Where did it go? Oh, God. Oh, there it is. There you go.
Ooh. That's a definite thing.
Yeah, it looks like he shifts into the form of this dark and sinister looking wolf of the dire nature.
Is that what you were?
Yes, that's what I was. I turned into a dire wolf as Fern. Except this one is a lot angrier than Fern was.
Alright.
But yeah, he basically spends his turn looking around there. Akima! What would you like to do?
That's one World Worker.
Yeah, it's one of them.
Yeah, I know. I play Shaman. I look like that
Oh,
every
cool.
once in a while.
I know I
I
played
wouldn't well recognized it.
Yeah. So, Akima, your zombies are semi under siege from a boar. Still currently looks like nothing has particularly seen you at the moment. So you are relatively hidden. What would you like to do?
May have lost her.
Dottie.
Are we not there? No, I think we might have lost her again.
She is in the call.
Bring Dottie back.
Yeah. Okay, then for sake of brevity, I'm just going to replicate her other turn. So that was attack on ball from zombie. It was a +3, isn't
Kill
it?
the board.
Yeah,
This
one
board
of
is going to make
one of them
problems.
hits. The other one misses and deals 5 damage. 5
Good.
bludgeoning damage against that one. To give it +5. And what was a firebolt? Was +9, isn't it? Ooh, definitely a hit for 2d10 fire damage. What's that? Oh, that's full damage actually. Yeah, fuck it. That's 20 damage. Awesome. Well, really well on that one, Dot. Yay, well done. Just this bolt of fire energy just sort of bursts out and hits this boar square in the face. It's looking, most of its fur is sort of burnt and singed away at this point now. But yeah, she's probably just going to stay hid. Tamalvan. What would you like to do?
Right.
You can't really see much, but you can certainly hear you can hear the clanking of the plate of the black armored pale orc.
Right. Battle is going on.
Yeah.
How likely am I likely to be heard casting a spell if I'm just whispering it in?
If you whisper it, probably fairly unlikely. Yeah. Yeah, I would say if you whisper, you would probably go unheard. The 2 orcs there are charmed. Yeah, I think if you whisper enough, you get it off probably. I'll be generous.
Cool. In that case, I'm just going to say to Naraman, now, I may disappear a little. I'm just going to try something out. This could be really cool, but I'll be right here with you. You understand?
Okay.
If anything comes in that door, suck it one in the face. And I'll draw Amarachius and just hold it in front of me, say a quick prayer, and I'm going to cast Blink.
Blink! Okay. I don't exactly know the mechanics of Blink.
It's a 1-minute spell, so 10 rounds on an 11 or higher on a d20. At the end of every turn, I vanish and cannot be hurt. And then I can reappear 10 feet away at the beginning of my next turn.
So you are currently, for the purpose of this, invisible.
Nope, I am incorporeal and invisible.
So yeah, you're invisible.
These are like in a different dimension.
No, invisible people can get hit by things. Incorporeal people cannot.
Oh, I see, right,
Like a
okay.
different plane of existence.
Mm.
But it mirrors our own.
However,
You can see it.
Patrick
Oh.
Swayze in Ghost.
Without a body.
So, poof, I disappear.
Okay. So yeah, Cameron, you see... Well, you don't see.
Yeah.
You did, and then you didn't. So is that all you can do on your turn, Tam?
Yeah, it's an action to cast that spell, so yeah.
And I'm assuming you can't move then either.
I could have done,
do you not
but I
want to?
chose not to.
Fair enough.
It's nice and safe in here.
Okay, cool, no worries. Yeah, onto his turn. Putting the horn back wherever he was holding it. In that enormous inventory that people just have, when they're just sort of, and it's part of them. Puts the horn away. Looks towards the wolf form of Snickrot, and says that, oh God, Blaze Claw will be here soon. Finish up my work. Find these intruders. And just sort of stands, moves forward a little bit more, and just says, keep an eye out for people moving around, and that Blaze Claw is on its way. That's all I'll say. Nariman.
Nariman is going to cower. Is there anything in this room that I can see could perhaps be of help, or is it just like trophies and guff?
You could probably pick up a shield if you wanted to.
Pick up a field?
A shield,
Oh,
sorry.
shield.
Sorry, yeah. There's
The
no...
entire field.
There aren't any weapons per se, but there are like large, what look like candlestick type deals. You could use one as an improvised weapon, maybe. But
How big are the shields? Like, can
shields,
I go turtle mode?
I mean, they're like I said, they're of elven nature, so they're kind of like taller than wider. But I can't remember how tall you are. You might be able to sort of hide yourself behind one, maybe, with a stealth check, maybe.
5.5 foot.
Yeah, if you wanted to hide, you could maybe use one sort of hide yourself with a reasonable test of your stealth ability.
Yeah, I'll grab one and I will hide behind it, like in the corner somewhere, like behind the chair, so it looks like it's just like being knocked over somehow.
Alright, oh, so you're like laying down on the floor.
Yeah, I'm like gonna curl it in the fetal position with it over me,
awesome.
just like...
Sure. Yeah, give me a stealth check then.
Booker.
It would be nice if you would be helpful every once in a while.
Cool. Alright, yeah.
And after doing that, I'm not able to hold an action because it's to hide, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, you were holding that, and then you decided that you're going to take your action to sort of hide.
I'm gonna hide.
Like, okay, I'm going to stay here.
Yep.
And that's what you do?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay.
Just for everybody else knows in the party, we're doing something amazing over here.
Oh, shit.
We totally are. We're holding up half of the enemies on the battlefield while the rest of them die. I think we're doing brilliantly. We're doing absolutely nothing of interest, but at the same time winning. By default, because everyone's stood around doing fuck all.
Okay. Well, you say that now. You hear the voice of the pale looking orc. I found some footprints here. Someone's sneaking around. Spread out! And it looks like he moves. Well, you hear him.
Which orc?
This one's the big one.
Sorry, the palish looking one here.
This one.
Yeah. Sorry, no, the white skinned one in dark metal armor. Up here.
that guy.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, he looks orange when he's...
Yeah, I know. I was like, this is his icon. Oh, this isn't what he looks like though.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he moves around here and kicks this orc to break the. What? It's black and white, or gold and blue. I don't know. Stop questioning me. And yeah, and it seems like he breaks the charm effect on this orc here. Now, can you hear if you're incorporeal, Tam? Cool. Yeah. So the two of you probably hear this. That at least someone is aware and is shouting and making other people aware. But yeah, that's
I just hear grunting and snarling behind me. I was like,
you're actually all alone, like
yeah, yeah. I'm just like shit.
Yeah. Cool. So, big ass boar, being goaded by Watgar, attacks Watgar. Surprisingly enough, with. Yeah, 20. So that is a hit, I'm afraid.
20. I have 20 AC. What
oh, you do? Yeah, so a 20 is a hit, isn't it?
Yeah.
On AC, yeah.
20 hits 20.
I thought it did.
It's saving throws that you've got to beat.
Yeah. So...
Take some
I can never remember.
12 slashing damage. These tusks just rip across some of your body.
Do that.
That's
Oh, yeah, I get 6, right?
yeah. I'm not gonna keep track of half damages. That's your job.
Yeah, of course.
So Dax, what would you like to do?
My
Even though I'm on low health, I'm going to try and help Wodgar on the next turn.
No, heal yourself. I have second wind. I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, no, it's more of I was going to help you do damage to the other guy.
Oh, suit yourself.
What would Dax do in this point?
Sorry for the metagaming.
That's fine.
That's,
It's pretty easy to see that you've taken a lot of hits now at this point.
he is. Oh, I don't know.
Surprisingly, I'm not even half health yet.
Yeah, no, you're doing
I
pretty
actually,
well.
no, I
Give me a
think
minute.
he would heal him
Yeah,
down.
don't worry.
Hold my glass.
And I'm going to use another, because I don't really have a choice, I'm going to use another level 4 and cure wounds
On
myself
yourself, cool. 27, nice. It's a 5, 8, a 3, and a 3. Sweet. You feel life returning to your body once more.
again.
Do you not get any bonus to that yet because of your life cleric, or?
That is with my bonus.
Oh, is it? Fair enough then. No worries.
Yeah. If I've done that right.
I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
So is that you done then?
Yes, I'll have to just wait a minute.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
So, Wotgar. And Kraylin, be thinking of what you want to be doing next turn as well. But Wotgar, what are you doing?
What guy is going to cast all? He's going to use second wind as his bonus action. That's a shitty roll.
It's
a lot of
extra
initiative.
health, I wouldn't complain too much.
Yeah, but I rolled a 2 on a d10. And I'm gonna hit the big bad boar.
Big bad ball, I like it. Yeah, 21 hits for 15 slashing damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It's
be
looking
afraid of-
quite badly wounded at this point.
I'm gonna make
Menacing.
him afraid of me.
Oh, you're making him afraid of you? Yeah, no, that's possible. So what is it? Wisdom. Oh dear, yeah, he rolled a 6 on that one, so
Yep.
yeah. So he's
not
afraid of
afraid of
you,
me.
and 6 extra damage on the superiority dice. Frightened of you until your next turn. Cool.
What are you going to do? Shout set?
I'm gonna hit it again.
It's like, down boy!
28.
28,
That's it.
10 slashing damage, yeah, definitely. Very badly wounded at this point. Oh, actually,
Still
there is
alive?
something I forgot to do. Yeah. Yes, this thing is still alive.
Yep. That's me done.
Cool. What? Kraylin.
Barely alive. It's poorly alive.
Borely alive. Nope. Disadvantage. What would you like to, what would you like to do?
Just crashing back down again. Another thunder crash, which is
Where are you
this
doing
time
it against?
coming down here.
To get both of
through
those.
The two of those.
Cool. So what is it? It's a deck save, is it?
Yes.
Cool.
Dex save 16.
Ooh, got a 15. Big guy failed his. That wipes it out. Little guy. What was it? 17?
16.
16. Yeah, he rolled a 17. Yeah, so makes a save, but takes half damage on that for 10. But yeah, the big boar just slumps down to the floor, looking pretty damn dead.
Yep, and that's
Still
me.
crackling with energy.
Sorry, Betty.
Cool. Right, I'm gonna yeah. It's just charging up into battle. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, can't quite make it. Has to use a dash. Yeah. Yeah, it's just gonna dash forward. I'm just gonna have to put her in place of this one here. Just charging up towards you. Yep. And yeah, that's all of her turn. Because she used her action to dash. Yeah. and she just looks furious as she's charging up towards you. Orcs, he's going to move forward. Actually, no, he's going to stay behind there. This one's going to charge up with her. Up there. He didn't dash, so he can make a javelin attack against closest one would be Whatgar there, but with disadvantage on the range there, isn't it? Yes, it is. Which helps you out, so you roll a 4. That one is going to Dex with a javelin. Oh god, with a 2. Second one, it gets a better shot at you now. Or is he? Because it's the range there for him. Yeah, he's in range as well. Ooh, with a... Oh no, we don't actually. Oh, sorry, yeah, that's a 21, so that is a hit, unfortunately.
Yep, that is, yeah. Javelin is 8 plus his strength gathering, which is on 3 or 4, right?
That's 10 piercing damage.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yep.
-5 for you, Dex.
Dax, you take another 5 hits.
-5, goddamn.
Yep, that's all of those orcs there. Once again, as no one seems to be looking out for them, on to Dax. 1, fail. 2, fail. 3, fail. 4, off the board. Fail, Jesus! 4 on Whatgar. No. No. Hell no. And an 18. So yeah, just this hail of arrows towards you from the forest either side of you, but none of them managing to hurt you in any way. Let's see, Boar against which ones it's going to do. One against Whatgar. Ooh, this one is a hit at 23.
Yep.
It's 11 slashing damage.
So half, so each of us take 6.
Yeah.
-6.
One against the Zomble. Does anyone know off the top of their head what a zombie AC is?
Low. You probably hit it.
With a
I'll double check for you.
with a 12, I'm sure I do.
12 is actually...
12 is pretty low.
I shall check.
I don't know
And
if
the
Dot's
armor
here,
class
unfortunately.
is 8.
8, fair enough.
Damn, that's low.
Yeah, so it does
Yeah,
hit.
you're completely right.
What health are they at as well? And I'll put them in because I don't think she's put it in yet.
Their health is 22 if
22.
you're taking the average rather than rolling, which is probably wise.
Yeah. So it's
Oh, but if she's a wizard necromancer, that could be higher than that, just so you know.
okay. It does a bit of damage.
It's more likely to be 31.
Okay, I'm going
She's
to
level
take
9,
take your word for that. 31, and yeah, it does a little chunk of damage. That one, and this one moves round to Dex. 22. Does it hit on you?
Yep. I'm really gonna.
Oh god, no. That's 9 slashing damage against you.
Well, by the time we get around to my turn again, I'm back down to where I am.
Yep, that's what happens when you get stuck into combat. Right, okay, Snickrot, unable to smell anything over there, and hearing the shout of the Logon. What's its move? It's just 40, isn't it? No, it's 50 for a direwolf. Yes, so another 10 there. He's going to try and smell out with his enhanced perception because of being
Remember,
a
I'm
wolf.
not there.
I know. Okay, I'm going to ask for your help here. He's sniffing out a character. What would you say?
What are you sniffing out? You sniffing out a human in an orc camp?
I would assume, yes, something that isn't an
Probably
orc.
quite low.
But it's
DC
also like
12.
an elf in an elf skin place.
Oh, that's a good point. Are you an elf?
I'm a half elf.
a half elf into elf, so maybe it's 12,
Middle
13,
ground.
14. Probably not as high as 15 though.
Yeah, no, I think I think
Quite
he's
difficult,
noticed.
Actually, so I don't know.
I think he's noticed with that one. Yeah, he just barks and shouts at the towards the tent.
Can we see him? As if we
The way the
can?
tent is, you can maybe catch the edge of fur.
Did you have a spell ready, Nariman?
I was
He
hiding.
didn't. He's chosen
Right,
to
that's
hide
okay.
instead.
Oh yeah, you hide. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just using his action to try and sniff somebody out.
Mhm.
That's what he does. Akima, are you there? No, I think I'm gonna have to act for her again. I was debating just saying like maybe just take her off because I don't know if she's gonna be
Just keep
coming
doing the
back.
same
But
thing.
yeah, I'll just keep doing the same thing because
It's not like the
fireball's a
balls are gonna
cantrip.
die anytime
Yeah,
soon.
fireball's a cantrip. So zombie 1. Oh god, it rolled a natural 1. I'm not going to do anything because I'm going to be nice. Second zombie, roll a 3. Attacking the... Which one does she look like? Should probably go for the weakest looking boar. With a... yeah, hits that. For 2d10 damage. I'm not going to use the percentile dice because that confused me last time. Nope. Whee! That is 15. Fire damage. That's exploding against the body of the thing. Ooh. Tam Al Van.
Right. Okay. I can appear anywhere
Yeah,
within
you would-
10 feet of
yeah.
where I left.
You
that
would
I
have heard the
see.
barking and snarling of something that sounds like a big wolf.
Mhm. Can I see out of the tent where we came in?
Like I said, yeah, you can maybe just like catch the edges of the fur.
Yeah, but where we came in, can I see out of the tent?
Oh, sorry, the little hole where you first. I mean, I'm going to assume that you would have dropped it behind you, so I would
Okay.
say you
No,
can try and peek out
that's-
underneath it if you want.
I can't lift it up while I'm incorporeal, and I'm going to
Yeah,
appear
no,
anywhere within
it's-
10 feet that I can see. So, just reply to V, I suppose.
Yeah.
Right. In which case, right, where can I see? It's important because I can.
Okay, what I'll do, I'll draw out some
Can
lines.
I see? Tell you what, can I see that square there?
No, the door of the tent. I'll draw you the lines of which you see in a.
Tell you what,
it's
can I
white
see
colour.
that square there?
Yes. You think
Right,
that you can
that's
probably see
cool.
that square there,
Right. So I
like just
am
the edge of the square,
going
but yeah.
That's cool. So I'm going to appear there because
Okay.
that's where I can appear.
Do you appear invisible or?
No, I'm quite visible.
All right, okay.
Because we're rumbled, so I'm
we're rumbled.
going to say that's pretty much what I'm going to say to Nariman.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, the Wanderers, Nariman, legged for the bridge, and I'm going to run for there.
Okay. Oh, I need to do something actually. No, sorry, carry on doing what you're saying. I'm just things.
And as I'm running up, I am going to use my bonus action to pants. What am I going to use my bonus action to do? I've got so many choices. I'm going to cast the one that makes me hit better.
What's that one?
Yes, I'm going to use my vow of enmity on this guy. So as I'm
Okay.
going to run up, I'm going to go, time for you to die, foul creature! I wonder what that does.
I don't know.
There we go. Hey!
Oh, cool. So you just
So
have
there we go,
advantage on that.
Yeah.
He turns
All
around
of
and
us or
just.
just you?
Sorry?
I think
All
it's.
of us or just you?
Just me.
Yeah. Yeah, you see him turn around and just glare down at you, unless you're taller than like 10, 12 feet.
Definitely not.
No.
Actually, can I retcon that? I've just found something I'd rather do.
Okay, yeah, sure. It's had no effect on
Uh,
anything really yet.
Cool. I'm going to cast something I've not tried before.
Ooh.
So I'm going to cast Thunderous Smite as my bonus action.
Okay.
So I'm just going to look it up because I think it's
Yeah.
a bonus action. Down properly. 5e.
Thunderous
Smite.
Smite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know Paladins
it's-
that well.
Yeah, bonus action. Cool.
Cool.
Right. First time you hit with a melee weapon, your weapon rings with thunder that's audible within 300 feet of you. The attack deals an extra 2d6 thunder damage. Additionally, if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from you and knocked prone.
Okay.
And I would like to do it as I'm there. Will he get knocked off, or at least have to save himself from falling off?
You think if he failed the
This
saving
is-
throw?
Just to say, Martin, this is if you make an attack.
Yes.
Just pointing it out.
He's gonna make an attack, I think.
I was hoping to. Yeah.
Well, when
I
you
wasn't just going to run at him and hope for the best.
didn't you use it'd be your action to
Ah.
it'd be your action to come out of blink, right?
No,
Or am
no,
I
no.
wrong? Oh, it's
No, it
not.
doesn't
Oh,
change action,
right.
it just
That
happens.
that changes it then. I thought it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've still got your action. Then yeah, it would.
It's going to happen all over again at the end of the turn.
Yeah.
It's not-
So if he failed badly on his strength saving throw, you think
Cool.
there's a good chance that it would push him
right.
back.
So I am going to. Do...
So you just so that you know, that sort of barrier there is kind of like a mess of like sort of thorns and spikes protruding out like a sort of a barricade type dealy.
Cool. Thanks.
Just so you're aware.
So I do 24
attack.
slashing damage,
Yep.
assuming I hit him.
Just
20,
making.
no, you do 16 slashing damage and 2d6
Oh.
thunder damage.
Correct.
Yeah. So you say you do hit. So that's 16 for the basic hit, right?
Yep, which is slashing.
Cool. Slashing damage.
8 thunder,
Another 8 thunder damage.
and then a DC 17 saving
And
throw
a DC 17
in
save.
strength.
Strength saving throw.
He's probably going to succeed, but I figure it could be fun.
Yeah. No, he rolled a 3 on that.
Yes.
So knocked back 10 feet.
10 feet, and he's falls prone.
5, 10 feet, yeah. Just to the edge of that, but it's, it seems like most of his weight kind of falls down onto the floor. Suffering a bit of damage from the spikes and barbs and things that are on the, around, like barbed, D&D barbed wire, that's what I'm saying.
Cool. Barbed wire it is.
Yeah, cool.
And then
Not a
I'll-
massive
I'll
amount, but a little
Finish
bit.
my move off.
Yeah.
Around about there. What do I reckon his reach is? Does he look as if he can reach me where I'm stood?
No.
Right, okay.
No.
As long as it's not armed with something long and...
No, it is. I mean, it's big, but it's not got a long reach.
Right, in that case,
And it's only in one hand, so you can't make a massive swing out.
Yeah, cool. I have continued to there then, and then I may blink. Let's find out. Nope. Not
No,
this time.
so you stay there. Okay, is that
You
you
can
done
still
then?
use your normal action, can't you? Movement.
Oh, actually, that's a good point. I can actually twat him twice. I've got 2 attacks, haven't I?
Yeah, if you got multi-attack.
So, yeah, sorry, I do get 2. There we go, that's my second one.
So 22 is a 50. Yeah, 22 definitely hits. For a 15. Slashing
Prove it.
damage.
So, as before, but ta-da.
Yep. Cool, awesome.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Is that you done then?
Yes, all done.
Cool, alright.
Pretty good damage.
Yeah, definitely. Feeling suitably pissed off. You see he drops the... in fact, I am just going to look something up quickly, because this might change a thing. Because it's always the little things that you never quite remember.
Like a girlfriend's birthday.
Oh, I always forget birthdays. Like if someone doesn't tell me on Facebook, I am gonna forget. Because I had too many things. No, it's not there. Ah. Sometimes I do dislike the way this book is laid out. Sometimes. Oh no, it doesn't. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, cool. But yeah, he is going to drop his. Yeah, he was holding onto this shield. It looks like as he's sort of getting himself up off the floor, he just chucks this shield down to the floor. and takes this axe out and just swings it down in your moves forward into melee range with you, and he fucking.
Do I get any kind of cover for him hitting me around the drawbridge structure?
Oh, the drawbridge is down at the moment.
But there's presumably some sort of structure on this side which raises it. I was hoping to use it as a kind of intervening shield.
Not enough that would be much of a benefit. There's essentially it's a pole like that and a small like round wheel mechanism which sort of pulls it up. When it's down, there's not much of a as an intervening. If it was up, then yeah, there'd be like ropes and things in the
sorry.
way.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's good. Yeah. But yeah, he does swing out at you. With a 12. No, hold on. So 12 on the first attack, which misses you.
Parry that. Sting.
Oh, parrying?
No, carry on.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was a thing.
No.
Second attack, 16.
Is also
Is also a miss. Brilliant. Okay. Yeah. No, he rolled some pretty low rolls on that one. And just sort of shouting abuse at you, like, "You come and attack Moad Elfbane, tiefling! I will eat your flesh!" And then failing to hit on both of his strikes. Nariman.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
Nariman, I have a quick question
yes.
for like a DM kind of rule. Haste.
Haste, yeah.
It says one attack action. Does
Yes.
that mean am I able to use my meteor or just a regular straight attack or weapon?
No, I think it's just any melee attack. It's all, just an attack. It's just so that what it's saying is that you can't use it to get the effects of a multi-attack.
Yeah, but would I still be able to use it to activate my meteor twice? So once for normal attack and then again from the haste.
Oh,
Depends on what kind of item. I mean, I don't know how the meteors work.
So haste.
Do you have
Sorry,
enough
haste.
charges to activate it
Casting haste is an action, isn't it?
Yes.
So it would be your first action to cast haste. Then you would only get one extra for the haste.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, just so I could do that. Sorry,
Yeah.
the haste thing confused
If you
me.
were already hasted, then
Yeah,
yes.
they
So
get
next
50.
turn you'll get 2.
Sweet. So what I'll do is, screaming, I will run out of the tent
Okay.
towards Tam.
You get an attack of opportunity. Well, yeah, I'll say you scramble out from under that side.
Yeah, like crawl.
Yeah.
I
I'll take.
can
Yeah.
lose a bit of movement for that.
Yeah,
because
I'll
I
say
am
you
moving
get there.
here.
Yeah, there. After
Okay,
sort of scrambling around trying to get under.
I'll just look to Tam and just, with one hand held out to him, one hand out to me, I will use Twin Spell for haste and burn 3 sorcery points to cast it on the both of us.
You nearly got a 20 on your Wild Magic Surge.
Did I?
Nearly.
Oh.
It just gently rolled over. It's all good. So.
Yeah. And then with my bonus action, I will use... I had this all plotted in my head, now I'm panicking. Because I'm going to die now. I will use my Misty Step, my second level spell.
Also, remember you can move further now. You don't need to use Misty Step. You're hasted.
Yeah,
you can
you're
move
hasted.
your same distance again.
True. Okay, I'll not do that then. I forgot about that. So I can just move 30. So I'm going to move myself to the middle of the bridge there.
Yeah, making sure to step around this
Oh yes, I'm like
very large orc's reach. Though at the
Scrabbling
moment he does
away.
seem to be sort of kind of more focused on Tam at the moment. There's a bit of like a rage inside him.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. If I could go back first, I want to. If I were to throw my sling of meteors at the wolf guy there, would that hit the 2 orcs as well?
What's the radius on it?
Uh,
5 feet.
foot around the target, isn't it?
I don't think you get both of them. I think you'd get. You could, if you aimed it at like that spot there, you would get the direwolf and one of the orcs. I don't think you can get both of those.
Actually, see, during through all of this, has these goblin guys been doing anything?
No, it seems like they're sort of a little bit scared. They don't look like they're armed at all, really. So they're kind of just like, oh god, what do we do? Things are going crazy now. Like they were like for most of that start of the encounter, they were like, "What's going on? No one knows where anything is." And now things are picking up. They're like, "Oh, what do we do?"
But they haven't been like aiming at towards the guys at the front or anything.
No, I mean like the ballistics are still like facing in that direction, but they haven't been like taking aim with it or anything.
Okay. Is it at all possible?
It does look like they're trying to make some moves of some description, but with the chaos of things, they're not able to do anything just yet.
You know what? I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna throw my meteor at the goblins.
Okay, sure.
Just try to blow up the structure, aiming for it more than anything.
Awesome. Right. So. You see, as you sort of pull back and fire out, you see the eyes of the goblins just go. "Ah!" And as the fire dies down, there are no goblins, just two neat piles of ash. Two neat piles of ash. But yeah, the ballista itself does take a little bit. Does take some damage as well. We'll have 31 bludgeoning and some fire damage. Looks pretty much unusable at this point.
Nice. And with that, I will turn tail and run across most of the way around the bridge. Turn the rest of the group and go, "We're here! We're going to save you now!" And that'll be my turn up.
Cool. Right. Hearing that people have now made themselves known, Logon is going to turn and make his way around. 5, 10, 20, 25. Oh, make sure I measured that right because that was iffy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. You see. Well, I don't know if you are anyone that's looking. It looks like he raises one of these plated, black-plated gauntlets, aims it at Tamalvan there, and blasts him with some energy, magical energy.
Oh, is it a spell?
Well, it is, but it's a cantrip.
Oh, okay.
Which he fails with an 11. Yeah, so you just feel this, this darkened energy just sort of wash over you, but having no effect upon you.
Cool.
But he does sort of issue a challenge. That is, "I see you now, interlopers." That's what he does. You're dead. Delete you. Oh, actually, no. Before that happens, you all hear a very loud crying of a roar of some description. You hear the flapping of wings.
Oh no!
As
No!
landing. Let me see. Where would he land? He would be landing there. Two clawed feet land against the floor, wings stuck down into the floor, roaring out this horrendous sounding roar in the direction of Tam and Nariman. Just sort of stands there and whips its tail round, puts on a menacing show, a menacing display, and looks pretty damn terrifying. Yes, that's a Rathalos.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's even more terrifying because I fucking hate them.
Well,
actually, at that point, do you think that's a good time to call it for now? 5 to 10?
Yeah, or if anybody wants to maybe
carry on?
Go on a little bit longer, it's up to you guys. It is a reasonable stopping point. I'll make a note of orders of things, but I know I'm not going to call him Watgar. Mia, I know you have to go usually. I don't want to drag you on longer than need be. It's your call, guys. You're gonna disappear off, right? Okay, we'll call it there then. I'll try and make a note of things, and we'll try and come back to this as soon as we can.
Put him. Here you did put him on.
Say again?
I wanted to say put him on the field so we know what's happening.
Oh, yeah,
I did. I made sure he's definitely there. Definitely a terrifying presence on the battlefield at the moment. I will say as well, looks like he is strapped on with some sort of armor. Maybe even looks like he has a saddle on him.
What is he?
This is pretty easy. It's some sort of draconic entity.
Do I know what it
red-looking
is?
scales. If you want to give me a nature check.
Sure.
To know exactly what it is.
Norman's trying to figure out if this one of the dragons as well from the very beginning. If I could do one too, if that's alright.
Yeah, sure. If you want to, if the two of you want to, being the closest ones. I'll let Nariman do one as well. This is it's draconic in nature, but this is a wyvern.
Q.
Yeah, so similar to dragons, but sort of like an offshoot of the dragonic line. Still not particularly well known around the world. And there's more sort of like stories and things that people have heard. They are fairly rare in nature. But yeah, that's what we'll call that for this session. I had a feeling this battle was going to take a long time. There's lots of things going on. But hopefully it's been interesting, and it's a nice place to pick up from next session, as everyone tries to think about what they want to do next.
Run away!
Hopefully we'll get... Hopefully we'll get Dot back, and I don't have to... Well, by then I'll probably have her spell list, so I can maybe roll, do things for her. But yeah, that's it for tonight. We'll catch up this next Monday. I can't think I've got anything in the way. But yeah, it's been fun. So it's good night from me, and we'll see you all next Monday.
Bye.
Goodbye. Where's the bouton?